Yeah. All right, all right, all right. It's time for the late night, not so late boxing talks. It's not really late. You know what I mean? I ain't even gonna give y'all a time. Y'all know my undisclosed military installation location that rhymed. Man, it's wild, yo. All day I've been having guys on Twitter getting upset because David didn't knock out Caleb. You know what I mean? It's because they feel dumb though. That's what that is. Like, I what it do, sport, what it do, Rafa, que lo que, manin, Jay Flint, Jack, what it do. I've been having guys mad about that all day, commenting to tweets that I made over the weekend. You know, they real mad about that. Rider of the Storm, what it do, Avo, what it do, Bobby Light, get on the light foot. They've been real mad about that. Um, and they still commenting on tweets that I made like Saturday night, really Sunday morning after the fight. They real mad about that stuff. And it's like I said, it's really just because they feel dumb. Cause I see tweets all the time, from people that have different views than I do. They got different opinions. And I don't even comment because I don't care. But whenever I tweet something, I get somebody trying to tell me what's in their brain. I don't care about none of that, man. Keep that to yourself. Or go post a video somewhere and talk about it. Why are you telling me? All I know is Canelo fought that same guy and he stopped him. David didn't. But Canelo not the one that run around calling himself a monster. You know what I mean? Y'all just feel dumb at the end of the day, because if it's one thing I notice about the American boxing scene is they like hype more than they like boxing. They like hype. They like drama. They like a lot of other shit other than the actual boxing. If we get into the boxing, we might as well be speaking Chinese. They don't know what to say. You know what I mean? It's silly. Like, don't come over here talking to me because you feel dumb. Because that's what it be, too. They feel dumb. You know what I mean? Jay, what it do? 505, what it do? You know what I mean? They feel dumb. And because they feel dumb, they think I'm going to argue. Like, I ain't going to argue with, what am I arguing? That David didn't stop him? Well, what the hell you want me to do about that, bro? You want me to hear your long paragraph explanation? It's a dude. He loved David Benavidez. He always watches this channel, always leaves comments, especially on videos about David. I'm not talking about Mirage. It's a dude, and he was like, oh, AB. You know, he wrote like a whole essay of garbage. Like, bro, what are you talking about, bro? Canelo knocked the dude out, and David didn't. It's simple, all right? It's not complicated. It's simple. It's only complicated for you because you trying to rationalize why you so high on a guy that can't stop Caleb Plant. That's why it's complicated, bro. That's why you trying to make it make sense. Like, oh, well, Kenny Bailey, man, shut up, man. Nobody want to hear that. Don't nobody want to hear that. You trying to make me hear that because you feel dumb. I thought you were talking. Nah, not even Mirage, bro. Nah, it ain't Mirage. It's this dude, man. He right here in America. And if you go to any video, like if you go to the last video I did or the one before that, you're gonna see the dude that he got like this whole ham sandwich of an explanation of like, man, shut up, bro. Ideally, you take it out of the judge's hands. The rules ain't changed. The hell wrong with some of y'all? Ideally, the idealist scenario is you stop the guy so you prevent any kind of funny business, any kind of anything. That's the ideal scenario. And what I see is Canelo was able to do that and David was not. That's all. It ain't complex. It ain't. It's not Complex Magazine. It's that Americans, especially in America, because I notice in the UK, when you got an unbeaten guy that's coming through, they don't just take to him right away. They don't just take to him right away. Like, I remember Beats was giving Daniel Dubois the hairy eyeball for a minute. He was giving him the hairy eyeball like, I don't know about that guy. You know what I mean? Buatsi did what he did. And now he on everybody's shit list. Cause it's like, yeah, you unbeaten, but so what? You ain't moving right. In America, they do the opposite, bro. Y'all will trash Crawford, trash Inouye, trash Canelo for a bunch of guys that ain't did a goddamn thing, man. And then get mad when people point it out. If you like them, you can like them and mind your business. Stop trying to sell them to me. Dude went what? What it do? Sophia Sport and Archives. Plant was fighting, huh? Plant was fighting good in round 12 too. And like I said, man. Yeah, they made Ryan versus Tank. Instead of the conventional 74.99, they made it 84. What that tell me is they are trying to supplement the effort by increasing the price of the pay-per-view because perhaps they are not as confident that it will sell 2 million pay-per-view buys. I seen Stephan Espinoza yesterday crying that ESPN did not advertise they fight. I'm like, if this ain't the dumbest shit I ever seen, one, they did do an exclusive on a Benavidez versus Plant fight. They did because I seen it. Max Kellerman was talking about it. But what you want, bro? You want them to promote your show for you, bro? That's what you want? Why they not promoting our show on the competing platform? Why? How many top ranked shows y'all talk about on your platform? How many DAZN shows? How many Queensbury shows? How many Sky Sports shows y'all talk about on your platform? How many? Oh, y'all don't talk about none, right? And the excuse is going to be, well, we're not a sports network. Well, then what the fuck? You so worried about it then for, man? You do what you do and sell your shit and you'll be all right. That sound to me like, you know what that sound to me? That sound like pressure. That's what I see. Oh, you under pressure. You hoping that ESPN to talk about your fight so you could get a little bit more exposure. That's what you hoping for. You under pressure. You got to deliver numbers. You got a 2-year grace period. That's my understanding. They have a 2-year grace period to justify their continued existence on the platform. Does Showtime need sports? So they need the numbers. And listen, I'm not a bad person. I'm not rooting for nobody to lose their job, but I'm just being real with you that y'all painted yourselves into a corner with your business practices. Instead of working with, you chose to stand against. Now you in a situation where you put yourself in that bubble. You put yourself in that bubble. When you make fights like Wilder versus Helenius, when you make fights like that, hold on, my son coming over here. What are you doing? All right, man, go sit down. When you make fights like Wilder versus Helenius, pay-per-views, you boo-boo the fool because you know that shouldn't be a pay-per-view. You know it shouldn't. People not going to buy that, but you do it anyway to satisfy the ego of a fighter that perhaps is not worth that bread. You know that fight ain't worth that bread, but you're going to put it out there anyway. You're going to hope for the best, hope the fans, hope that the money to pay for everything come from the fans because it's not coming from you. And you know what ends up happening? Less people see the fight. That should have been a fight that they gave away. They should have gave that one away. You want maximum exposure? You got to give a little to get a little. You should have put that on regular Showtime. 1 million people would have seen it. 1 million people would have seen it. Over 1 million, whatever, because it was his comeback fight. No, you want to gouge the fans every chance you get and then wonder why the pay-per-view is not moving. It's not just the piracy. It's that pay-per-view is not for every fight. Pay-per-view is not for everybody. That's the other thing. You got fighters and all type of fighters and everybody want to be on pay-per-view. Pay-per-view is not for everybody. And pay-per-view is not for every fight. In fact, pay-per-view is supposed to have an exclusivity to where only the biggest fights end up on pay-per-view because there's actually a grassroots demand Floyd, the other day, I got a Fight of the Year candidate by way of Canada. Mabili versus Gongora. Anybody saw that fight? No, they was throwing down in that fight. They was throwing down. They was fighting like they was fighting for their lives in that fight. That's how they was fighting. And that didn't cost $75. That didn't cost $84. But you telling me that because Ryan has Instagram followers and because Javante got a Mickey Mouse belt, oh, this should be 85. Wow, what y'all did? What y'all did? Is this a title fight? No. Is any of y'all like undisputed pound for pound? Any of that? No. And you got idiots. You got idiots that'll go with it. They'll just go with whatever they're told because they're fucking stupid, bro. They're fucking stupid. Motherfuckers is dumb, bro. I hate some dumbass motherfuckers, man. But that's why I insulated myself, bro. I did, because I don't want stupid ass motherfuckers talking to me, bro. That shit is like Last of Us, like the fungus in Last of Us. I don't want that stupid shit around me, bro. Do you see an argument for Plant versus David, a draw? It's an argument, but not a good one. There is an argument. I feel you, but it's not a good argument. It's not a strong argument, you know? It's not. I had it 7-5 for David. I had it 7-5. I could see 6-6. Don't get it twisted. I could see that. But for me, I felt 7-5. And when I was scoring it, I'm like, yeah, that's what I got. I got 7-5. I don't think he looked great. Y'all know that. I've been talking about that for 2 days. So, you know what I mean? But back to this pay-per-view shit. If you go on Twitter, Stephen Espinoza was crying the other day that ESPN is not advertising his shows, that they not talking about all the boxing. Because y'all talk all the boxing. Y'all be talking about the zone shows. Y'all be talking about ESPN shows. We're not a sports network. Well, what the fuck do you want then, bro? What you want, free advertising? That's what you want. You just don't want to say that. That's what you want. Free advertising. Talk about our shows. You got the all-powerful Al Hyman. Let him figure it out. Let him figure out why that fucking fight this past weekend is supposed to cost $75. Which I paid, by the way, because I'm not a brokey. I'm not a bum. I paid for it. I posted my receipt. But I could have told you that's not value for money. It's not. You got better fights than that. Yo, whoever seen that fight? That fight was not better than Mabili versus Gongora. It wasn't. That fight wasn't better than. They both went the distance. They both did. But one fight was a lot more dramatic than the other. One fight was mad more dramatic. It was crazy. You know what I mean? I'm getting fights like that on the plus. But I'm supposed to just give you 75 and I ain't got to say nothing? My ass. It's been a long time since I saw a fighter like Gongora that could take a flush and heavy shot like that. That was incredible. Agreed, bro. They was fighting like they was fighting for their life. That was crazy. You know what I mean? And we got that on the plus, bro. That was on a regular old ESPN plus. But they want to turn around and charge you $80 every 10 seconds. Every 10 seconds. And you got the guys, the weird thing is you go on social media and it gives you a misrepresentation of the market that you're trying to cater to. Because you'll have a lot of guys that get excited that Stephen is in the spaces. Y'all motherfuckers don't buy shit. Y'all the same motherfuckers Wilder talking about, stealing shit. Y'all the same ones. I'm going to play a soundbite for y'all. Y'all. Give me a second. I'm going to play a soundbite for y'all.
Hell of a fight. That's going to be one that you got to be there to see it. You know what I mean? You just can't watch it on TV. You can't, wait to hear about it. And don't stop stealing the pay-per-views. Buy some pay-per-views. We can't make numbers. We can't do numbers if everybody pirating the goddamn pay-per-views and streaming them. That's why the numbers are so down. It's going to be down because everybody's stealing them. You know what I mean? These fighters work very hard, to risk their lives for others' entertainment. You know what I mean? Let's get some respect. Let's watch these fights. Let's pay for these pay-per-views. You know what I mean? If you can't pay for it alone, double up. Let's team up with our money. Let's come together. You know what I mean?
Make up for all that experience gap and all the seasoning Tanks got being in time.
Most definitely. I mean, you got at this point in time while we're talking. I hope he's training. Tank versus Ryan's gonna be a hell of a.
You see, Wilder very recently addressed why his pay-per-view numbers was low. And we know what the numbers was. It was 75,000. And Deontay LaShawn, I think what the fighters don't understand and what their managers and they themselves don't want to understand is because you did A with that fight don't mean you going to do B with this fight. The market value of every fight is different because the demand is different. But you go do the fight and you want certain money. The network not going to put it up. They don't want to gamble that because they don't think you could bring it back. So what they're going to do? They're going to put it on pay-per-view. And you're not supposed to do that. Pay-per-view is supposed to be for the biggest of the big fights. That's what that's supposed to be for. The fights where everybody know, all the teams, the logistics people, they know it's a grassroots demand for a particular show. It's not supposed to be, oh, well, the network not going to put that up, so we'll put it on pay-per-view and hope for the best. No. It's not supposed to be that way. It's supposed to be for the big fights, the big titty fights, the big pussy fights, all the big fights. It's supposed to be for that. It's not supposed to be, oh, well, I feel that I should get 10 every fight. I feel I should get 15 every fight. And then the network not going to give you that. So what they going to do is, okay, just stick it on pay-per-view and we'll hope for the best. That's what's going on. That is what's going on. It didn't used to be this many pay-per-views. When a pay-per-view rolled around, it always was a fight that people wanted to see. What ended up on pay-per-view. Motherfuckers did not have the audacity to put fights like Ruiz versus Ortiz on pay-per-view. No, bro, you crazy. Why? For what? They didn't have the nerve to put that kind of stuff on pay-per-view. You putting it on pay-per-view because y'all painted yourself into a corner. Shout out to my man Jack with the beer money. Wilder is starting to get it. Go to the zone and make bread. That's true, Alan. He was an electrifying fighter that defined my childhoods. Shout out to Richard Torres, wherever he is, with the porn stash. You do got the porn stash. He inspired me to grow mine. One day, I'm going to go live. My hair going to be real long, and I'm going to have my porn stash. I'm going to be on my 70s fly shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, pay-per-view is not a supplement for what the... See, it's weird. It's weird because the dichotomy is the same, but the usage is different. You got two big-name fighters that command a huge audience, right? So much so that they're worth big money. All the money don't come from the network. They put it on pay-per-view. The other money come from the audience, right? That's the normal way. But what they're doing is they're supplementing a scarcity with pay-per-view. That's what they're doing. That this fighter think that he supposed to get X. No, you're not. But you think that, and if you don't get that or something near it, you don't want to fight. The other guy, he feel the same way. So what end up happening? Two guys that should be on regular cable or on regular TV, they end up on pay-per-view. Ruiz and Ortiz. Why are y'all on pay-per-view? Y'all supposed to be on regular Showtime because y'all some regular guys. Whatever you made with AJ, that's what you made with AJ. That was the value of that fight. You don't belong on pay-per-view after that with anybody. Not just anybody, not with Areola, not with Ortiz. Wilder is the same thing. You got what you got with Fury. Them 3 fights. You got what you got. That don't mean that every fight you on after that, oh yeah, it should be a pay-per-view. How's that work? That's why them numbers is low. It's not just the piracy. It's that people was not demanding that you fight no Robert Helenius. So who you think in this economy want to pay for that? Getting mad that people don't want to buy them fights. You gonna stay mad. Where's all the Wilder fans, man? Where they at? Where was the support? All these guys that love to argue all day on social media ain't even making no money from doing it. Silly ass motherfuckers. Why was Ortiz versus Martin? Exactly, Jay. Exactly. Why would a Luis Ortiz versus Charles Martin be on pay-per-view? I know why. Y'all want certain type of money, and Fox wasn't gonna just give y'all that. Like, nah, we ain't gonna give y'all that. Y'all bugging. We ain't gonna give y'all that. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put you on pay-per-view, and we'll hope for the best. Hopefully your fans will buy the fight. And then what happened? People don't buy the fight. That's what happens. Don't make no sense, but that's what they doing. So you see, Stephen, you just did a pay-per-view this past weekend. We don't know what the numbers are. I don't expect anything huge. Not no 5 and 6 and 7. Hell no. You just did a pay-per-view. You got another one coming up. You complaining that ESPN is not advertising your fight because you don't have it in the budget to promote these shows the way they need to be. You got a lot of fighters with a lot of big egos. They think they supposed to get A, B, C, and D every time they get out there. Inside sources tell me that the pot for Davis versus Garcia is in the neighborhood of $30 million. That's the pot. Should they be getting that? No. That's not smart business. Smart business is we anticipate that this fight is worth 30, but what we gonna give you is 10 and 10. That's what we'll give you. You overshooting it. You putting yourself in a position with the operational costs where you might not even make no money because you spending so much to do the goddamn show, you might not even break even. That's what happened with Wilder versus Fury too. What was it? 50 to 60 million in guaranteed purses. To these two guys? Ha! Shout out to my man Boxing Beats and Rhymes. Yo, bro, this link is for Beats. I don't want 10 people backstage. This link is for Beats. I don't want 10 people backstage. This link is for Beats. I said it 3 times. Que lo que, manín? I want to shoot the shit with my man Beats real quick. And then I'll open up the chat to the panel. That link is for Beats. And yeah, yo, I know exactly what you talking about, Beats, because I've been seen that. I've been seen that. I just said the link is for Beats. I've been seen that. You not Karma, you don't have Stone. Wait a minute. I gotta make a special exemption for Karma because she don't never come on here. Beats, you seen that, right? That guys that used to make Wilder videos, now they just doing other sports.
Yo, they played all the Globetrotters music.
And these guys, they will swear up and down on a stack of Bibles on Joe Frazier's old gum shield that they are big boxing fans. And as soon as shit hit the fan, what they did? Dip.
It's all about LeBron. It was the other kid who put flash together, Jamont. It's all about them dudes.
Trying to tell you, bro, like these, and I do think it's sad because I think it speaks to what you was talking about when you said the thing about Katie and Connor, that it speaks to that though, that it's like, yo, motherfuckers love to say some shit and motherfuckers love to act. But the reality is, if we're gonna be honest with each other, the reason that certain fighters don't have support is because these guys don't pay. You just talk. This past weekend's fight, I could talk my shit. Why? I bought that shit. That's why. I could talk shit. If I bought Prograis versus Zepeda, motherfuckers looking at me crazy. I bought it. I fuck with Regis. I bought it. I fuck with
that wasn't cheap. It wasn't cheap. How much was it?
It was $60.
Right.
$60.
$60, bro. And it's not even on the main network. You know what I mean? Like, there ain't many Americans who pay for that. You have to have a respect for the fighters to pay for that. And a lot of them dudes don't have that. Let me tell you this. You see the Irish people out there? They are hungry for it, bro. They are hungry
pay.
for it.
And they'll pay. Like, the main thing is, and I think, see, for me, we talking about boxing, but it also says something about character, bro. It's about character, because we've had long conversations about how recognition is not dispersed evenly in the boxing stratosphere, and that's not true, bro. Inoue created excitement in his country with what he was doing. He was fighting the best. That's how he did it. So when he reached a certain level, you need to motherfucking understand, because it's a lot of motherfuckers moaning, why fucking gotta go to Japan? Because y'all can't afford to bring Inoue over here. That's why. Who gonna buy the fight? Your bum ass?
No one's gonna buy the fight over there, man. They ain't gonna buy the. They talk a good game, but they ain't buying the fight. They ain't buying the fight.
It's all talk, bro. Like. You should be happy that it's over there, because if it's over there, it's not pay-per-view for you. All your dumb ass got to do is get up early and watch the fight on the Plus. If it was over here and it was on pay-per-view, you bum motherfuckers ain't gonna buy it. You gonna steal it.
That's right. Hey, the Japanese weren't gonna take that chance and have it over there, because they know that they ain't bringing back the revenue, man. And bringing back the revenue.
Money. Like, and Stephen Smart, I seen a Facebook post where Stephen Fulton himself said that he didn't get the support in Philly that he felt he should have got.
I saw that.
He said that. And I'm like, and these idiots are sitting, oh, why? Because it's y'all, it's not him. He doing his job. He got 2 belts. He unbeaten. Right. He doing his job. It's you fucking useless fuck. It's not him. It's you.
It's lip service, man. And Philly's supposed to be a fight city, or at least it used to be. Shit. And they ain't supporting that boy Stephen. Stephen got skills. Man. You know what I mean?
And that's why, win or lose, he got a fan in me. Why? I didn't think I was going to get that fight. I thought you was going to fight Brandon Figueroa, bro. Because that's what the story was. That he did that 180 and spun the block and said, no, fuck that. We fighting Inoue. Oh, that's some movie shit. Like, hey, with that shit.
Yeah, man, you got to give Stephen respect for that. You got to give him the utmost respect, because he broke code. You know what I mean? He broke code. And not many people, the PBC fighters are doing that. Who's the last one to really break code? I can't even say, like, Spence when he fought Brook, because he was trying to get the title. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's not like he had a choice. He didn't I give him respect for the sense that, look, you traveled to win a belt, and there's always a certain level of respect associated with that. That if you go into hostile territory and you come back with a belt, you come back a hero. I get that, but the situation was a lot less political in those days. You went to Sky. Sky had that money for you. That's what these guys don't understand. Like, that's what a lot of guys don't get. They're like, yo, he made bank off of that. I think that was a pay-per-view in the UK.
Oh, it was a pay-per-view. I paid for it. Like, it was 40,000 people at Bramall Lane.
You know what I'm saying? And guys don't that UK money, it's not because I've heard you say it in a lot of your videos that it's not that boxing is at the forefront of everything. The biggest sport in the UK is soccer, bro. Football. It's the same the world over. That if you really want to know what's the biggest sport on earth, that's the biggest sport on earth. But the difference is the boxing fans in the UK support. Look at the Rumford Bull, Johnny Fisher. Man, they travel from fight to fight supporting that fucking guy, bro.
But you know what? I saw a very interesting video of Eddie Hearn a short while back. It was with October Red, good channel. And he was basically saying, without calling names, that like, if you're saying that you're not being prioritized on the roster, that means you ain't selling no shit, bro. That's all it means, and that's what Eddie said. And he was saying these guys ain't doing what it takes to sell themselves. He's telling the fighters, you need to be at every show, show yourself, talk to the media, talk to the people, talk to the fans, and a lot of them can't be bothered to do anything, and they're expecting to get Joshua results, and they're not putting the work in, man.
Say it, Beats. It's Lawrence Okolie. Look, I'm cutting him slack. I am cutting him slack. I'm cutting him slack because you got a new trainer, so you experimenting. You ain't fought in a year, so you're not gonna look dynamic when you come back. I could just be a short-sighted customer because at the end of the day, it's not really my job to understand. I'm just a customer at the end of the day. And if I feel you're boring, that's it. It's not my job to understand, but I'm fair. I know he's breaking in a new trainer. I know he hasn't fought in a while. He's not going to look great if I'm going to be fair. But at the end of the day, you wasn't popular on Sky, man. Let's not play this game. Most of your fights was on Sky, all right? Most of them shits. So it ain't the platform. It ain't the promotion. It's you.
He only had one fight on the zone. That was against Shellac.
Exactly. The Polish guy.
Yeah. February.
Polish guy. It's the same with Buatsi. But we know what that's about. That ain't even what he's saying. You just running from the smoke. And I don't know how you think Joshua, that's why I got a lot of respect for that kid. Because at 15-0, Dillian White. You know what I mean? 16-0, give me Charles Martin. It's not that Charles is great. It's that he had a belt. Give me that. Let's get that. 17-0, give me Klitschko. And there with the Povetkin's and the Parkers of the world, this motherfucker ain't even got 20 fights. And they think, what you think? You gonna get the results that he got? You're not doing what he did, though. You're not.
And he said, you see, Joshua, they talk about the Mayweather effect, how it's negatively impacted on a lot of American fighters. And it's the same with Joshua to a degree. Because if you look at Macron, there's so many disgruntled fighters, like even Babbage is talking about, yo, Eddie, you're going to regret, not.
I did a video on it.
I see you do the vid. Yeah, I see you do the vid. And what they have to realize, man, is like, this is a golden period. And a lot of fighters, they're not like, I tell people, you don't appreciate what Joshua have done for the UK. You don't remember watching. I remember going up Muswell Hill, man, and watching Funzo Banjo stink out the place. Him and a few other British heavyweights. And we weren't beating no Americans, winning no heavyweight titles, doing none of that stuff. We weren't doing no numbers, no nothing.
That's why I don't think AJ, I'm telling you, I'm going to drive to Texas. I'm going to have Carme. I'm going to get Carme. She going to show me around. I'm going to go to Joshua. I'm going to tell that guy, man, fuck them belts. Fuck them belts. Fuck Tyson Fury. Fuck Deontay Wilder. Because you still trying to deliver for people that's going to shit on you. You don't need to do that anymore. You already got a following that they going to fuck with you irrespective of what you do. You still the money. You see what I mean? I remember Americans did not used to give two fucks what was on Sky. They didn't even know what Sky was. They didn't know that. There was a period they didn't know who Frank Warren. You think they knew who fucking? And it wasn't that long ago, man. Who changed that? It wasn't Tyson Fury. I could tell you that. It wasn't Tyson Fury. It wasn't nothing that Frank Warren did. You know who changed that? Anthony fucking Joshua.
Yeah.
We sitting here watching UK fights in the middle of the afternoon. You want to know why? Anthony fucking Joshua. I'm not exaggerating. Motherfuckers did not used to do that before 2017. They didn't used to do that. Now it's a common practice to watch boxing in the afternoon because Sky got a card or BT got a card or something going on. Americans sitting down watching UK boxing. That ain't because of fucking Frank Warren or Tyson Fury. You bugging. When that motherfucker won them belts, didn't nobody give a shit.
Listen, man, when he won the belt from Klitschko, that done about maybe under 600 pay-per-view buys. When AJ fought for the British title against Dillian, he only done about 50,000 less or something. And that just shows you that, like, he done, like, unprecedented things, man. Like, and it's not going to be appreciated until he retires, and then we start eulogizing his
Well, they
career.
kind of feeling it now because even I saw a thing earlier. Somebody sent me a video of Mauricio. Tim Bradley is blaming Tyson Fury. Mauricio Suleiman is blaming Tyson Fury. The boxing community is blaming Tyson Fury, and you didn't
Max
have
Kellerman
to.
didn't. Only Max Kellerman didn't. Max Kellerman called Usyk a coward.
Well, he's out of his fucking mind, and he's just towing the company line because anybody can see what this is. And if you've been covering at that same ESPN, Tim Bradley said it outright. It's Fury. It's Fury. He messed all this up. You didn't. Shout out to Tim wherever you are in the boxing cosmos. He said the same shit I said. You didn't think he was going to take that 70-30. You didn't think that. You thought he's going to look at that and he's going to leave. And when he didn't leave, you moved the goalposts. Oh, now it's about the rematch clause. Bro, we are 5 weeks out from the 29th. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The reason y'all moved the fight from Saudi to the UK was so that you ensured the fight happens on the 29th. Wasn't it?
Right. That's exactly it. They said they couldn't build a stadium in time over there. Yeah.
So you get to the UK, you lowball the guy. 5 weeks left until the 29th. You still negotiating?
Exactly. You know what I mean? This dude's jumping in the camera. How about removing rematch clauses? And like Frank Warren, like he was talking about the million that had to go to the South to the Ukrainians, and he was saying, "Oh, Tyson didn't want to get involved in anything political. That's why he didn't do it. So we made a bet." No, you don't make no bet. You already took 70% of the money. Give the people the million. And like he was making a joke about that, and it was an important term. It wasn't important. And he was saying, "No, it wasn't." But that wasn't really serious, was it? Of course, it was serious.
Yeah, it was serious, bro. Like it's a war going on. That dude was over there. It's serious. See, that's what I don't like about Fury. You could be a huge asshole, right? You could be a piece of shit, but you got to deliver, and you not delivering. You didn't deliver the Joshua fight. I'm not one of these idiots. I ain't even talking about that dumb shit last year. That wasn't real. I knew that wasn't real. I'm talking about before that.
Yeah.
The fight was done. The money was real. It's all gravy. And your bullshit with Wilder is what fucked that up. It was your bullshit with Wilder. You told the whole world, nah, I ain't going to fight him. I'm never going to fight him. Bob Arum saying the same shit. Nah, it's not going to be a problem. And then what happens? It's a fucking problem. So you could turn around months after that. Oh, yeah, they don't want to fight. Yeah, you a con artist. Like, bro, boxing don't need you, bro. If you ain't going to fight in the fights that people want, retire. Give up the belt and go to the WWE.
Yep. And you see, they lost control of the propaganda war. They lost control. You see, when they turned the fight away in 2021, because there was so much people in the industry in Britain, America, who don't like Eddie, that like Bob could say, "Oh, yeah, Eddie screwed it up because he didn't just get the rights fee; he sold all the TV rights to them and everything." And that was a load of bullcrap. You know what I mean? It was a load of bullcrap.
Of course.
But they couldn't do that with Clevis. They can't do that with Khrushchev. You know what I mean? Because they ain't been
Spotless reputation.
They played.
You never see. And not just Usyk, not just Usyk. Like, I'm not a huge Lomachenko guy, but I could tell you that dude don't be having problems to make fights. I remember when it was time to do the Lopez fight, that dude had to take a pay cut. There was no audience. They did it in a bubble. You didn't see him complaining about gate revenue. We got the fight. No fuss, no muss. Now what's going on? About to fight Devin Haney. And it's not like they're going through something. They gonna fight. It's a wrap. They gonna fight.
Yeah. When Bob sent Lomachenko out here to the O2, it wasn't no issue. He just came and he did his work, and that was on the Matchroom card.
That's how all them climax fighters are. That's how all them guys that because Egas don't got time for the bullshit. Like, bro, you out here in America, it's the work. It ain't for play. It's not for egos. It's not to come over here acting like a prima donna. You here to get the bread, all right? Usyk already made the necessary sacrifices, even though you motherfuckers costed him a lot of money. You did with your bullshit. Oh, well, the Saudis, they couldn't get the stadium up on time by the 29th. If you so fucking focused on the 29th, why is Fury changing deal points?
Right,
Why?
Exactly. Why is he changing deal points? If you were concerned about the time constraints, like you said, why are you jumping up in the camera, bro? You said you was in training camp, and now you're jumping up in the camera to change contract points. That's crazy.
And then your own trainer, like a lot of what Tyson Fury does relies on the stupidity of the observer. Bro, your trainer just said we 5 weeks out. Your trainer let it out the bag. I wasn't training him. So you telling me that you was going to go into an undisputed title fight 5 weeks to go, you haven't started camp. You need a minimum of 8.
Not only that, Sugar Hill's return ticket is on the 28th for the March.
There's tomorrow. He said, yo, I wasn't training Tyson. I was going to go back 28th. Check the airline. It looked to me, and I seen in your video, I think you said it.
Yeah.
I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm not going to lie for y'all.
Yeah,
That's what I think. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that.
That's right. He ain't planning to work with Tyson Fury for years and years. He's very unpredictable. Sugar Hill's a smart dude. I know he's a smart dude. He didn't want to be no part of all this damage control and lies they were doing. That's why he made sure he cleared himself. He's a smart dude.
You have Frank saying, yeah, man, we flew the trainers in for America. Remember, he said that. Like, he really tried to. We flew the trainer in from, bro, he said it himself. I'm not here for Tyson. Tyson knew that. I'm here for Lawrence.
Right. And he sold them out.
Basically. Shit.
That's why, yo, bro, listen. When you see Bob as silent as listen, if Bob thought that the USEC team was the culpable party, you'd hear Bob. I know he's old and he may be on his deathbed, but fuck that. Bob will find the energy to start cussing bad word at them. Mm-hmm. Bob's silence speaks volumes.
The fact that he not saying, and you know he got a good relationship with Aegis Climbers, so I don't think he gonna come out trashing them because he do a lot of business with Aegis Climbers. A lot of them guys with all them consonants in their name, that's who he get them guys from. All them Clarklins and and all them guys. This week he get them guys from Aegis Climbers. Aegis bring him them guys, bro. So I don't really think Bob about to jump, and he hasn't. It's been a whole week. Bob ain't say shit.
Yeah, he's just letting he's letting Frank take all the heat. I don't blame him.
I don't blame him neither.
Frank take all the. I was thinking how much fights does Fury have with Top Rank? What's his contract situation?
Well, his contract situation. The last I heard about Fury's contract situation is that he still owes Top Rank either a fight or fights, and specific to the contract, they have to happen in America. If they don't, he's still under contract. That was the last thing I heard, bro.
Will the Francis Ngannou count as one of his fights?
That's a very good question because that's not like that's an ordinary boxing match. I think it's at Top Rank's discretion whether or not they want to merit that as being a part of his contract.
Yeah, it all depends on how that contract's constructed. Because I'm just wondering, how Fury would let this fight just go to the wayside, man. I'm trying to work.
Bro, I'm trying to tell you that I believe, and I'm not sure, but I believe. Look at the timing, bro. Joshua fight this week, bro. And that fight fell apart a week ago.
Yeah.
Is that a fucking coincidence that Joshua bought the fight, your shit with Usyk fall apart right on time, around the time Joshua bought the fight? So you could start on your old bullshit again. And that's why I don't really like what Eddie Hearn doing. Like, I feel like strangling that motherfucker. Like, bro, why are you still doing this, bro? Still talking about this fucking Fury guy. You want him to waste your time again? I've been saying it in at least 3 videos. Make that motherfucker sweat. Nah, Frank, we don't want to entertain a fight with you. Why? You wasted our time 2 times already, didn't you? No, we're not doing this. I want AJ to fight 3 times this year. And that don't involve the bullshit that go on with y'all. Nah,
Yeah.
fuck that.
That would probably be a better career path for him to just be active and just be just fighting and knocking people out. I think the Zone are pushing Eddie out there to go get that Fury fight, man. That's what I
They
think.
might be, but he knows his market. He knows his market better than they do. AJ versus Franklin, then AJ versus Hergovic, then maybe AJ versus Wyatt or Verleen or whoever. You got to play the long game now. You trying to play this? You trying to just give him a big old whale of a fight? No, bro. You waste. You know Frank. You know Fury by now. If AJ keep knocking these motherfuckers out, that BC ain't gonna matter. Y'all gonna come looking for me. Y'all gonna want to give me a title shot if I just sit here and keep knocking motherfuckers out. That's all I need to do. I don't need to chase y'all. I don't need to bend and bow and butt, man. Fuck that. Keep your belt. I'll fight for it when I fucking feel like it.
They want to get AJ back on pay per view, man. And back in stadiums. Though that's the thing. They want to get him back on pay per view and back in
They
stadiums.
can.
ASAP.
They can. This fight, see, people talking shit, and that's why I don't like a lot of these motherfuckers because they're opportunistic. Yeah, AJ stock took a hit because he coming off of 2 L's, so it ain't gonna be everything that it was right away. But if he go in there on Saturday and he smoked this motherfucker like a pack of cools, oh, we back in here, we in here, because that's what people want.
Yeah,
we want knockout smoke, we want knockout, we want violent shit. He is that guy. He could be that guy. He been in Texas. Big titties in Texas, man. Big titties with big. Right? Yeah. Big pussy hair. Right? It's all type of shit. In Texas.
Yeah, man. Hopefully he gets back on that knockout trail, man. You know what I mean? I like Jermaine. But
I'm confident that he gonna knock this guy out because Jermaine did something that I always preach against. If you a fat guy, be a fat guy because you're not that tall. Yeah. You got a 6-pack now. Oh, so you about to do that Andy Ruiz then. You're not meant to be you not meant to be a muscle guy. I could look at Franklin and see that like you're not meant to be a muscle guy. When you had the weight on you, right? All that weight, you didn't have knockout power. What I've always liked about Franklin is his combinations. That he got some punches. It's not too much on him, and that was with the weight. Without the weight, well, they ain't going to be even less on him now. You don't weigh as much. You got a 6-pack now. You gonna knock that dude out?
He's getting himself in shape. It's the big opportunity, man. He's been working hard. I know he's working hard.
Yeah, but muscles, you know this beats. Muscles don't equal strength.
No, they don't.
Muscles is the growth of the muscle. Like hypertrophy training, which is training to get your muscles big, is different than strength training. It's completely different. Hypertrophy training and shit like that. Like if you got big muscles, that don't really mean you that guy. Strength training is short, lots of weight, short reps, maybe a rep range of 8 with a lot of fucking weight, 3 sets, maybe 4. That's strength training. That's different than, well, I'm just going to curl this weight fucking 20 times so I could carve my muscle to that's a completely different shit, bro.
Yeah, man. Listen, it's good to have him back, man. I tell you, man, if AJ disappears from the game, the UK is going to go into a bleak period, man. It's there already. Like, Eddie don't have no British world champions. None. Right?
I don't.
There's only 4 world champions in the country. Around the time when AJ was popping off around 2017, 28, we had about 13 world champions in the country. It was about 13 or something, or some crazy number.
The smartest thing that Eddie could do right now, right? Take some of these American fighters, get them on UK shows, man. Do the Winky right. Yo. Just do a tour of Europe with the American guys and ingratiate those American fighters and those international fighters to a UK audience, man. That's what you need to do right now. Because it's true. Warrington ain't got a title. Lee Wood ain't got a title.
That's right.
I ain't going front. If Callum, I kind of want Callum Smith to knock this guy out. I kind of want him to. I don't think he's going to, but I kind of want him to because that'll kick everybody right in their ass. We got the light heavyweight division now, bro. We got it. It's here. We got it.
Yeah.
It's
100%.
better. It's better off in the hands of Eddie. Why, Bob? You got a guy. This guy got 3 belts, and your plan seems to be for him to satisfy mandatories well into his 40s. That's not the fight we want. We want the Bivol fight. That's the fight that we want.
The light heavyweight divisions win, of course, man. Like Bivol against Munguia is like, whose idea was that?
Let's say this, Beats. I don't know. Hold on, that's the missus calling me, I think. Oh, that's my daughter calling me. Hold on.
All right.
Go ahead, y'all motherfuckers could talk.
Yeah,
I
who's
didn't
in
know
there?
I was.
I didn't even notice I
still
was
in
in
the.
there,
I
bro.
thought
I'm
I
gonna
was
be
still in the
honest.
champagne room.
I was away from
I
my
wasn't going
phone.
to start talking
You
to
know
you
what you were
first,
saying
bro.
though, Jules.
You're
I was dying though, because I saw it when Evan Korn shut that Espinosa bullshit down, and the simple fact that Espinosa is worried about that lets me know those metrics already are bad.
What are we
I
talking
was missing
about
out
there?
for half of this. What was Espinosa worried about?
That ESPN was not promoting the fight when David was on fucking First Take. Kellerman was talking. It was on the highest. They were talking about it on the highest rated shows that ESPN has. But the fact that it wasn't on like one of the sports centers, he's gotten his feelings. But if the because they get all the digital, they already have the digital metrics.
Wait a
You
minute,
know,
hold on, Drew. Why is Steven worried about the coverage after the fight? He should be worried about the coverage before the fight.
you know why he's
So you
worried
get people.
about it after the fight? Because they got coverage before the fight. He's worried about it because that's how bad the numbers are.
Yeah,
With the coverage for the Caleb Plant fight?
Yes.
yeah,
Oh, I genuinely was. No, I'm extremely confused. Why would you care about? Yeah, what the hell? I,
yeah,
I don't
because they were
understand.
busy with the fucking Top Rank card, and they expected them to go into that right away when they have a post game show and on their fucking Plus service, and they got sports and they got other shit to cover. Boxing is just not that important in this country.
That's not their
Yeah.
network, though. Why would they care to even
I
report
mean, yeah, I
someone
mean
else's
that's
pay per view?
you're extremely correct. You know why? Because they actually have here's what Steven should have done. He should have gone to their high ups to CBS Sports and told them, "Why aren't you covering my fucking promotion that I fucking promote, even though I'm just a TV exec and not a promoter."
It's just
Yeah,
like what Julius just said, man. Like, people say, oh, in Britain, all you guys care about is boxing. That's why it's different. No. No. We had a world title fight on, and they said 40% of the tickets sold, and they were giving out free tickets. I tell you what, man, since like the AJ euphoria is wearing off, it's a reality check right now. It's all coming back down to ground level.
Yeah,
It's a
you
I
reality
saw
don't know.
that
Was
in
check.
the
that?
Okoli fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
There's a
gonna say, was
lot.
that title
There's,
fight the Okoli fight? Because I could understand why Brits wouldn't pay for that shit.
but it's not just him. Like, there's so many disgruntled boxers in the UK, like Babbage, like Coley, like all these guys at Matrim, because Eddie is spending a lot of time abroad, and them days where you could just jump on an AJ card or a Dillian card or this paper, them days drying up, drying up, drying
Hmm.
up. That's why, like, a lot of people, they say, oh, we're leaving match. No, you ain't leaving. They're letting you go. Because they ain't
Yeah.
going to pay you what Benchelon's paying. They're letting you go. Eddie said that anyone of any value don't leave. They don't leave. Only people who ain't selling are going. That's what Eddie just said to October Red. Because there isn't the industry to keep so many people happy. There ain't the industry. This ain't like football league, man, where you can just guarantee a paycheck every week and ish. No,
No, no.
no. You've got to be special, right? To make it in British, but or anywhere in America, you got to be special. You have to be special. You ain't gonna make that guap. That guap ain't gonna be made.
You got to be special, and people got to care.
Yeah, they gotta care. They gotta want to
Hmm.
see you fight.
Hmm.
You've got to make people want to go up in their pocket. You know, like Ryan and Tank if they're selling that paper, is it $80?
Probably, yeah.
85
Oh,
to round out. $85, yeah. That's $15 less than Pacquiao versus Mayweather.
Do you think that's too much?
Absolutely. And yet I don't even know the undercard yet.
that is true. Only thing I've heard about the undercard is that I think I heard Williams Zapata is gonna be on it. Maybe
Yeah, and
Jaron
Boots.
Ennis. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
How do you think they're going for that big extortionate price, though, then, if that's the case?
They're just asking
know,
to
man.
get stolen from. I'm sorry, but this past Saturday, I actually hooked up a VPN to my browser, and I wound up paying like $13 for Benavidez versus Plant because I don't think it's worth that price. What was it,
Oh,
$60
you
or
pay
$80?
You pay UK prices, man.
Yep, I pay for the fight stream. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna be a cheapo. I'm just not. I don't think it's worth that much, man. And plus, had this been a fight that had taken place back in 2019, like it's supposed to, when they both had belts, yeah, I would have paid the full amount.
Because I'm wondering what they're going to charge over here for that. Because obviously, it's going to be on the DAZN app, but they still haven't got a TV deal. I don't know if DAZN are going to get the TV deal as well as it being streamed on the app. I'm wondering how much they're going to charge. You know what I mean? Because like that's 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning, man. They can't be charging me no American prices. You try that $80 shit over me, forget it.
How much do you guys pay for the pay-per-views that come on in America?
Just well, you see, it's different these days because a lot of the networks ain't feeding us the events like they used to. Like it's on Fight or Pro Box now. So I think $12.99 we would have paid for Benavidez and Plant. That's what the price was on what network was that, on the Fight Network? It was on the Fight Network, I believe. Yeah, $12.99.
Yeah. That's where I bought it at.
Oh, you bought it on? Oh, you got the VPN thing. Yeah.
Yep.
Ah.
That's how I did it.
Let me read
I'm
the
a hacker.
super chat. Let me read.
Basically, you paid for it like you was in Britain, sort of thing, or in a
Yep.
country out
Yep.
there. Oh, I get you.
Let me read the super chat. Will says you would have made a great lawyer in another life. Yes, I would have. Will says, wait a minute. How's he supposed to fight in America when he's not allowed in the country? Exactly.
Or
That's what makes his contract situation weird. That the fights have to happen in America for them to qualify as part of the deal.
Oh, Fury.
Mm-hmm. So we gonna see about that. And yeah, to Beats' point about disgruntled fighters like Joshua Buatsi, Lawrence Okoli, Alan Babich, like, bruh, what y'all think supposed to be going on here, yo? Like, what
Alan Babbitt shouldn't be saying a fucking thing, bro. Bro, let's keep it a buck. You are a journeyman waiting to happen. Stop the dumb shit, Alan.
Yeah, he's.
I looked at what Matchroom put up, right? That was my point of reference. I looked at what they put up. They put up $375,000, and I'm like, look, this is Bridgerweight. You know what I mean? It ain't like Allen got 20 fights or something like that, and it's a Bridgerweight title fight. So I'm just thinking, well, what was they supposed to pay for that show? What was they supposed to pay? $500,000? Them guys at that weight don't make that kind of money, bro. The size of the pot, like hell nah. When Oscar Rivas won that goddamn belt, I don't even think it was $500,000 in the pot. So I'm like, what are you expecting Eddie to bid for your fight? You know what I mean? That was one.
Yeah, man. Bridgerweight is just cheap real estate.
That's what I'm saying. That like what would have been the appropriate bid? Because I couldn't decide if I felt Matchroom did too little or they did just enough. And then it dawned on me, yo, the fight is on Sky. How is the fight on Sky? Oh, I know. Ben threw y'all some money so y'all could beat Eddie on the premise that y'all get the UK rights. That's how I put it together. I'm like, yo, you know what? That's probably what happened because he has an obsession with Matchroom fighters. He has an obsession.
Yeah.
You know what?
Hey, Jules, Bridger weight is only nothing but a tax write-off division.
Bob is just lucky to be where he is, man. To be honest.
No, I mean, because I kind of felt it that I expected that the fight was gonna land at Matchroom. I did too, but then I thought about it. I looked at the number. I'm like, 375 is not bad for that fight though.
You want to be on live instead of watching TV.
Background noise.
And you're trying to kick me out the bedroom.
Hi.
Oh, you're hearing domestic quarrels. My bad.
Oh wow.
All right.
Thank you, Drew.
But I'm like, yo, 375 for a Bridgerweight title fight. That sounds about right though. Like for real, like what was he supposed to pay? 750,000, $1 million? Like, nah, it's a Bridgerweight fight, bro. Like, come on now. So I'm like, okay, then if the money ain't the problem, what's the problem? KO Boxing Promotions in Poland. I know that outfit because it's a small local outfit. They got a fighter that I like to watch. It's a female fighter. And I'm like, bro, where they get all that from though? They got for Lukas Rosinski, they care that much? A dude that ain't fought in 2 years. Nah, something else going on here, B.
Nah, because Jules, you know what I be hearing online? That you be fronting these dudes with coke and they be flipping it, and you be saying like, yo, the proceeds that you get from fronting this coke, you're gonna give me like a percentage, and the rest you're gonna be promoting these fights with. You feel me?
That's exactly what I do. I do all that shit. I sell all the cocaine. All right.
Like so they get it on consignment. You know,
Hey, Jules, how much for a gram or a kilo?
Hey man, we talk prices. we don't talk the prices live. Nah, but seriously, if you think about it, Lukas Rosinski has not fought in 2 years, right? He ain't fought in 2 years. And it's like, well, y'all finna pay near $500,000, damn near $500,000. It was like 400 and it was like 450 or something like that. That KO Boxing paid. I'm like, wait a minute, y'all paying that for a dude that y'all haven't got a fight in 2 years? Nah, that don't make no sense. Then, oh wait a minute, Sky got the rights. Oh, I already see what happened. They was probably gonna bid like 325, and then in comes Ben with some Sky money. Like, yo, here's a hundo off the top. If y'all beat him with the purse bid, we get the rights. And they set it up like that.
And he fucked up the whole program for Eddie.
I mean, so he took the fight?
Yeah, like, yo, the rights to the fight went to the Polish promoter, and the UK rights to the fight, they went to Sky.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Like, bro, anybody can see what y'all did there. Y'all backdoored the guy, and for whatever reason, which I think we talked about this, Beats, Ben don't really know what he's doing. You just trying to rebuild Matchroom. That's what I see. You trying to rematch. You trying to rematch the Matchroom. Like, you trying to get all the guys.
Flag. You're not an evil Gemini like Eddie. Like random thought. Yo, Eddie is a grimy nigga with the verbiage, bro. He talk greasy to niggas.
When he told that dude, your glasses are diabolical.
I say,
The problem, too, though, Jules, like Jules, you've said this countless times.
Like literally on some violent shit. Like Eddie talk greasy to niggas, B.
No, that guy's a comedian though. That was set up. That was
that was a setup, but the shit talking was superb though, because I couldn't have came up with that. That the way he said that, I was like, yo, B, I felt that. Like, I felt bad for that dude. Like,
Eddie is funny.
And that was off the cuff too. That's what was good about it. It was just freestyle and they're improving.
One thing about Eddie though is this. Like, he's actually a genuine entertainer. Like, there was another guy he was talking to, and he was talking to like, yo, you're only famous because of your father. And Eddie responded, yeah, you're only famous because I am. But I have more talent than you.
Oh, I seen that.
Yo.
He said, I got a son. He's useless.
Eddie's
he is a dickhead sometimes.
You can see, like,
Eddie can fight though. Eddie can fight. So at the end of the day, he can talk that shit because he can back it up. But like,
the exchanges between him and a Coley, like a Coley post fight, he said, "Yeah, He's been taking a lot of it into the ring, and like that's a dangerous place to be, man.
Yeah, but he
do
don't want to
not
be
want to
real.
take
He
that
don't
into
want
the
to
ring.
be,
You
but he
got
don't
it.
want to be real with himself neither. Steve Kim said it when he was here. Steve Kim was at a like a joint with Cotto, and it's like, yo, Cotto, your career was dope, bro. What did you do? Because his career was dope. Like Cotto made money. He was in big fights. He lost some fights. He won some fights, but he got a Hall of Fame career. And he was talking to Cotto, and he was like, yo, your career was dope, man. Like, what do you attribute that? And Cotto, you know, Cotto don't say a lot. He said in plain English, I trust the process.
And
Trust
Cotto, I was there that night. Cotto was drunk, and like you said, Cotto's the only one that was able to A-side Canelo and Floyd.
Cotto,
Wow.
like if you think about Cotto, right? Him saying that just made it all that much more. It really drove the point home. I personally think Cotto was a great fighter. I believe he was a great fighter. How I know that? He went in there with Canelo and did better than Callum Smith. Did better than Billy Joe Saunders. Did better than Caleb Plant. But he is
a serial killer, dog. Like you gotta understand.
But look at the size of him though. That this is not no real junior middle man.
I don't care, bro. Like if you walk down the wrong alley and Miguel Cotto is there, like I posted a photo of Miguel Cotto on my Twitter. That had to be one of the most horrifying fucking pictures I found of this motherfucker. I was like, yo, what is wrong with you? You're quiet. You punch mad hard for no reason.
Because he used to be a fat. You know what? You know why Cotto punch hard? Because he got big bones. He used to be a fat guy. He used boxing to lose weight when he was a kid. He got big bones.
Seriously?
Literally. Bro. Why? The other thing is, yo, most people don't know. Cotto's not a real orthodox fighter. He is southpaw. He is southpaw disguised as an orthodox fighter. He really a lefty.
But yo, that right hand got some fucking pop to him. Like yo,
but why you think his left hook's so good though? Why you think his left hook? Because that's a dominant hand.
You know what he did well. Like he kind of like pulled all them like the Puerto Ricans and just everybody from New York, and he became a New York sort of like boxing legend. That's
bro. When Cotto was fighting, I felt Puerto Rican, and that's saying a lot because I'm Dominican.
Right.
When he was fighting, if Cotto fighting. Except against Floyd, I ain't gonna front. I did win money off Floyd beating him. But any other time, the Margarito rematch, I was like, I got Cotto, bro. I got Cotto. And Cotto was an exciting fighter. And I think the fighters don't understand that. It's not about an O. It's not about a belt. It's about the show, bro. It's
about
Jules, though, man.
Jules, I'm gonna tag you in a photo of Miguel Cotto, and I want you to put this up on the show now, just to let you know that if you saw this dude at alley, you know what? None of this. Like I'm telling you, I tag you in right now. I just want you to put it up.
Zach
right
Judah,
now.
Shane Mosley, Joshua Clottey, Floyd, Pacquiao, Margarito.
Got a Hall of Fame career.
Bro, this goes on and on, man.
Yeah.
Got a Hall of Fame career. And when you think about it, it's like you look at Lawrence. Lawrence probably telling herself, well, I was in Team GB and I got the silver and here I got this belt. I'm poster. Ain't no poster, bro. There is no supposed to. All right. You're not that guy. You have not done enough to be that guy. And I already see it that it's an ego thing with Lawrence. I dig it. It's an ego thing. Well, I'm gonna tell you what, bro. You on Sky now. Ben gonna promote you now. Let's see what Ben could do. Cause I'm not gonna knock Ben. I'm not gonna throw shade. Ben is your promoter now. Let's see what Ben could do.
Well, when you look at it, man, like Cody's been on at least 3 AJ undercards. And that's invaluable. Like Karen Smith has got guap. He probably now will box again.
Katie Taylor.
Yeah. That's right. And Boatsy. Boatsy's been on them. Like he fought Periban on the night Joshua lost to Ruiz. He's been on AJ cards.
Was Lawrence Coley on the AJ undercard?
Sorry. Let me just. They've been spoiled. They don't realize it.
I agree.
Really good.
I think that Lawrence Okoli, I think that Joshua Buatsi got the same kind of entitlement issues that Broner kind of got. That you keep thinking this is the kind of business where there's a supposed to. There's very few instances when there's a supposed to. Like this is a business where you generate what you are, and you don't generate that. So I dig it that like because one of my subscribers said it that Eddie didn't lose nothing with y'all because y'all wasn't moving tickets anyway. So that's two less headaches for him trying to make y'all into stars. With Joshua Buatsi, it's even worse because dog, they offering you the big fights. They are.
Yeah. All Eddie's pissed about is the money that's been invested. But as for like a commodity with future prospects, nah. He won by them leaving. He won.
Exactly, like, because it's like, bro, being real, Lauren's style got to change. Just irrespective of Eddie and Matchroom, for you to be a star, your style got to change, bro. I think Sugar could do it, though. That's why that's like a silver lining that you got a Crunk style trainer, given how you built, that you could it could happen. You could turn out to be a more exciting fighter. You just need more time with Sugar. It ain't gonna happen overnight. Rome wasn't built in a day. But other than that, bro, I remember his fights. Isaac Chamberlain fight, all them other guys. That shit was hard to watch. Tying the guy up or leaning on, like, bro, you big for nothing. Why you in the clinch?
It's comedy to see what's been going on lately with Lawrence.
Absolutely frustrating to watch the fight, man.
Lawrence, it ties in great, Jules. Lawrence complaining about the platform. Espinosa, on the Monday after this pay-per-view that everybody liked, you're worried about Evan Korn and ESPN. That lets me know that you got the digital numbers because they're in-house. You'd be bragging about that, but instead you're worried about
he telling on himself, Drew. Drew. He want ESPN, the biggest sports network in the country, to give him free coverage because on the promotional end of it, you don't have no money.
And where Evan shut him down, like if you guys wouldn't have banned Coppinger, you'd have somebody there. And on top of that, Evan said, like, you were on the highest rated shows of ESPN, First Take. That's their highest rated sports talk show. And they had David on there. And I tweeted right now, like, Steven, you weren't this mad at CBS's chairman because the NCAA tournament was in Vegas. How come you guys didn't have those guys go up to some of the games?
Exactly.
Your own parent network.
That's the wild shit that it never gets said that, if CBS would get involved with some of these PBC shows, perhaps they would have a lot more exposure on the terrestrial network if you advertise them on the terrestrial network, but you don't. And I don't, it's above your pay scale to go up to those guys and tell them, well, you need to, motherfucker, that ain't gonna go down. So now you sniveling and begging for ESPN. What you want them to be, an arm of your promotion? You sound like a fucking idiot. That's your competitor. You lucky they even mentioned David on their fucking network. You lucky for that.
And that's where Al Heyman and Tom Brown, you're supposed to have sponsorships to be able to buy the revenue time slots to promote your fight.
How you sound? Ooh, well, we aren't on the .com. You seen the shit he said? We're not on the .com. And like, yo, dog, you know what that tell me? This pay-per-view ain't sell like that, did it? It couldn't, because you wouldn't be
screenshotted like
this on Monday if it did, bro.
And someone screenshotted the .com showing the video clips of David on First Take. You're all over the web. You're all over the .com, Steven.
You think David could crack 200?
He should be able to.
I thought that he could, but based on how Stefan's behaving, based on what I seen yesterday, I don't know, because he seems stressed and pressed. That's what I see. That man is a pressure.
Beats. There is on the surface they said a 2-year window. It's basically every quarter. They're assessing every quarter how much they're going to cut, if it's going to stay, if it's going to go. And David could get to that 200, 300 range if he fought 3-4 times. If he goes, okay, I beat Caleb. Okay, I'm beating Andrade next. Oh, and then I'm going to beat Charlo. And then I'm going to beat Morrell. He'll get up to 200-300 because it's like, damn, he runs through the division.
I'm saying because the numbers ain't in for Caleb. I'm saying, do you think that's clocked 200?
David's getting a smaller following. It's growing. Like I told people, it's nowhere. Case in point, Beats. Canelo couldn't go golf or get tacos in San Diego when they wanted him to fight Triple G. All the Mexicans were bugging him. It ain't like that yet for David.
Now, shout out to Edwin Castillo. Let me read the super chat. Wait a minute. All right, I seen that one. I read that one. I was hyped about Okoli when I first saw him. That reach looked good on paper. Like Fundora, he has the dimensions to be an attraction, but not the style. I agree with that. I should say that he has a fan-friendly style for television, but not for the long haul. Because, bro, you keep getting hit, you're going to have a short career. Your shit going to look like Jarrett Hurd shit. That's going to happen. Because you big as shit for that weight, long as shit, and you fighting like you 5'2". You all in the shit with the guy, leaning on the guy. Like he don't use his reach for nothing. Probably because he can't.
So who
Yeah,
does
look
the
at my
Sergio
avatar,
Martinez job
bro.
on Fedora first?
Look,
I wanted to
mean-
ask you, Jules, do you even see the demand for David even anywhere near the first Triple G for Canelo is?
No, but I
No.
mean, look. For me, it's not. I'm over that. I'm disappointed. I want Canelo to fight him in September. Like I'm done, bro. I am tired of hearing these fucking mutants hype up this lame shit, bro. Hit and grab. That's boxing, bro. Like, do you not watch boxing? That shit is, bro. Mayweather era, Ward era, Klitschko era. That's normal, bro. People don't like it, but yeah, that's normal. And you, the fighter, are supposed to have the answer for that. You won't worry about Kenny Bayless because he gonna let him do it. Everybody know that about Kenny. Like, bro, he's officiated all the goddamn Mayweather fights, bro. He been letting Mayweather tie motherfuckers up. You got to do something about that. Why you getting tied up? I told Mirage yesterday, watch the fight. This dude will come forward like this, right? Then once he's in striking distance, instead of moop, short jab that can't be counted while you stepping into it, Caleb would get right under that shit, smother.
You know,
Right
his
in
problem
And we
is,
knew,
you know
we
his
knew that
problem
was the
is,
only
man.
game plan Caleb could implement. How did they not prepare for that?
David needs to pin Canelo on the ropes, or he's gonna have no. And even that's gonna be difficult because what David does mid ring, right? He leans in and throws these punches. He don't use his legs to step in with a lot of his shots, and that's why he's like, he
Well,
gets.
I literally used the highlight where he did that. He was coming forward. He's not jabbing. That's the main problem that I see. That like the difference between Artur as a pressure fighter and David as a pressure fighter. Artur got a short, low ass jab. It's just it don't look like nothing, but it's all off of that. And he'll get right up on you with that low ass jab. He just double, triple up on it, and before you know it, he's right in front of you. David, he'll lunge like he's
yeah, bro,
sweeping
that little
balls
ass
and
jab
shit.
though.
You know
is
why he
a
does that?
fucking
You know why
speed
he's.
hammer, though.
Sorry.
Go ahead, Beats.
No, you know why he does that, right? It's because he's a big fighter and he's been fighting limited opposition and he's been getting away with a lot of crap. And that's what a lot of people don't realize. And when he steps up against Canelo, even if he beats Canelo, it might just be like time with Canelo. But he's going to get exposed on a skill level. Canelo's going to expose the boy.
That's why I wanted that to be the next fight, because I am with you that Tom could beat Canelo. It could. We'll see what happens. But I wanted that to be the next fight because this guy is not what they see him throw, and I've said this on many lives. They'll see him fight David Lemieux and throw 4 uppercuts with the same hand, and they'll think that's not a combination, bro. You only doing that because it's David Lemieux. That's only. Go ahead, do that to Artur. Go ahead.
You know that he actually did that against Caleb Plant this past Saturday, and I felt like that's not a good sign because that just speaks to Caleb Plant's whole plan was just to be in a defensive posture to not really get knocked out. He wasn't really going after it.
I mean, Caleb started out okay. He did some really good things in the early rounds that I like. That it wasn't broad strokes. He'll see David is getting in the range to throw, and he'll throw, and he won't get all the way out the pocket. He'll just and come back in so he could be in position to punch. But as he was getting tired, when you watch that shit again, watch it again. As Caleb is getting tired, he's putting more and more distance between himself and David. Where now, or right now, you just don't want to do shit. You just want to be on the outside now. Because before, you were staying in position of, if you want to come back with some shit, you can't. After a while, man, you trying to get way out there, or you trying to smother. And
that actually played into his hand.
Question, Jules. I know you want to fight next. I know you do, but you also said on the live right after the fight, the more and more you look at it, they really don't want the fight.
No, I don't believe they want the fight. If you want my honest, this is just me. This is just what I believe. I don't believe. Maybe David does. I don't know. Maybe he does. But I don't believe Samson wants that fight. I'm being honest with you. I don't believe his father wants that fight. I remember when Samson was in the spaces and somebody asked him, "Yo, why you didn't send David over to spar Canelo?" Because he was supposed to do that or whatever. They was just supposed to. It was a while ago. Oh, well, I didn't want him to hurt Canelo, bro. Who do you believe? Who do you think believes that shit? He literally said that in the space.
I ain't gonna hold you. I would have told him, "Watch your fucking mouth when you speak to me, you bitch ass nigga. Don't ever talk to me like that again." Nah, that's some wild disrespectful shit. Like,
I don't want
nigga, you ain't gonna talk to me like that. Like Canelo, you've been talking all this gangster shit, and mind you, you can get in the ring with him, see how his tactics are, and you can get a feel for him. But you don't want to hurt him? What type of shit are we on?
But it's you insulting my intelligence, bro. I know why you didn't send him over there. You don't want Canelo to get familiar with this guy.
That shit got me tight right now.
Who has the higher ring IQ, Canelo or David? Hello.
Bro, that's easy.
That's Canelo.
Look at the
Canelo Alvarez.
You look at the punch stats, and the punch stats will tell you the story. Canelo threw less and did more damage. He threw less.
So David didn't drop Caleb at all, right, during the fight. I missed it, fellas. He didn't drop him at all.
Sorry. Another thing, right, is Caleb was moving around the ring with his hands down doing the shitty shoulder roll, and he took all of David's punches.
Oh, shit.
It was a really bad shoulder roll.
He took all of his punches, and David didn't floor him once. Mexican Monster didn't floor him once.
He's not a monster, bro.
Canelo picked his shots and knocked him out. He didn't have to throw no whole load of punches.
All I see, the difference between David and Zerto is, and I'll give David this, he does have faster hands than Zerto. He's a little bit more explosive. But shot power, it look about the same. And the reason that power is about the same is exactly what B said. Your opposition is that you could get away with that shit. As big as you are, you probably not even the hardest puncher because you don't really drive your punches. You just get away with like bullshit. Like you don't really drive your punches.
Like we said, Jules, he waits till you get tired.
Yeah, well, I mean, with Caleb, it's a given. With Caleb, that's the plan. Wait till Caleb gets tired, and then we'll get him in.
So, fellas, when is Mauricio going to order that fight?
He's not going to order that fight.
Not until Canelo tells him to.
Wait, hold on. Do you think that he might order Mabili versus David first as like another eliminator?
Yeah,
I like that.
Listen to this, fellas.
They're gonna order the super interim unification between Jamal,
the super duper duper interim belt.
Yeah, for Jamal.
I mean, look, from what I heard, they were gonna the WBA. Gilbert wants to see David and the other David fight, but
that's not happening.
Ideally, that fight and the Canelo fight should happen, but realistically, you should fight Andre. Because I don't think he's at that skill level to compete with those guys.
I mean, if it's to me, the best thing Canelo want to get that back. I get it. That's the competitor's mindset. That's just how that's going to be. Like, I can't settle. I can't feel good till I punch this man in his face. I dig it, bro. But that's pride, bro. It's time to take out the garbage. It's time, yo. All that shit at 168, take out that trash, bro. Take that trash
out. Kingdom has a little bit of a rebellion. You gotta squash that.
No, but he told us though, like, I'm gonna take out the trash in 24.
The problem Canelo has, unless he's gonna finish his career in Mexico, right? Nobody in America wants to see him fight Pitbull. They don't. They want to see Benavidez.
I mean, he'll do numbers with Bivol because people will feel that we may be looking at the end. He'll do numbers with Bivol. He could definitely do numbers with Benavidez. I don't deny that. But the intrigue or the selling point is this guy might stop Canelo this time.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'd watch it.
He might stop him this time. Yeah. Bivol, looking at that fight, and me and Drew said this many times, Bivol had another gear. He just didn't bother to hit it. Like,
thank you. That's exactly what I thought. Like,
how do you go the distance with Bivol, bro?
Nah, I don't.
No way.
I don't think
so. Gets hit way too much.
All right, we'll see.
I saw. In other words, Bivol is efficient. He only does what is necessary. We haven't seen Bivol.
If Bivol could control Jaime in third gear, Bivol ain't gonna come out of third, bro. He'll just stay in
I'm
third.
saying with Canelo, because he fought him already and he knows him now. Like, oh, I know what I could do to you. I'm going to do what I did before, but better. Because I know you. I did this with you. And I want him to fight David, bro. That's all I would prefer.
I'm the same way, but
I kind of want Dimitri to beat the shit out of Canelo. Here's why. It's fucked up that I say this, but like, yo, this is not your weight class, and I'm better than you at this weight class. My skills and my style does not match up well for you. You should be fucking up David Benavidez because that's a fight that's a lock that you're going to win. But, you think I'm pussy? All right, I'm going to fuck your ass up.
Oh, I see. You want him to give him another eviction notice. Like, all right, bro, it's time to head back to 68, buddy.
Yeah, no. Kick his ass. Like, word, I'm pussy? I'm gonna show you what it really is.
I could see Canelo retiring off if he gets stopped. But I got a feeling the boxing guys are giving me a feeling that he's gonna pull it out.
Bivol ain't stopping Canelo, bro.
No, I know. What I'm saying, I got a feeling that
you can outbox him or read.
I just got this feeling, and a Capricorn. You're a Capricorn. I just know that.
When's the last time Bivol stopped anybody?
I want chaos.
Trent.
Broadhurst. Yeah.
Hit that dude with that one
right. Was that his last? That was the last time he stopped someone. That fight.
Yo, wasn't that on HBO? Wasn't that on HBO?
That's the last time.
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
That's the last.
Is that pepper jack cheese though? The more important question.
Literally, it is.
But like, not beats. I kind of want Canelo to beat Bivol, just so I can hear the Boo Birds mad that he's going after Arthur and leaving David high and dry.
No,
that's the pie in the sky dream.
Listen, bro. Yeah, that's exactly what that is. Like, I would rather you don't know the state of depression that these fucking losers would be in if David get his ass kicked. Ooh, if you think I'm bad now, if Canelo beat that man, bro, I'm gonna pee, shit, and ejaculate all over these motherfuckers.
Oh, that's really we don't need to hear that.
I mean, just imagine how Mirage would feel.
No, here's the thing, though, man. Like,
you bugging.
I don't see like that. I think Canelo, not that he's backed into a corner, but with Mayweather beating the drum for Benavidez and Mike Tyson, like
Mayweather's a cornball who beats up on women, and he can't sell out his exhibitions.
Bro, motherfuckers out here don't care about Floyd, bro.
Not anymore.
You'd be surprised,
not anymore.
Bro.
And Mike Tyson,
motherfuckers with scuffed up Air Force Ones still swear by Floyd, bro. The suede on my Timbs is new, bitch. He's a cornball.
Super cornball. But like at the end of the day, man, he just mad because Canelo took $40 million of his money back to Mexico and he never gonna get it back.
They should have sent Caleb to the zone. They should have sent him to the zone.
I'm gonna tell you how much motherfuckers don't respect Floyd, and I'm gonna take y'all back in time. If motherfuckers respected you, ain't no motherfucking blonde haired Jake Paul gonna take the cap off your head, bro. That told it right there. Motherfuckers don't respect you, bro. On God, bro. Like motherfuckers.
I had people lying for Floyd, like while I was arguing with them so much, bro. It was almost like insane.
You know, it's funny.
Dude really tried to say Hatton was like an all-time great because Floyd beat him, bro. That shit hurt me. I was like, bro, there's no way I'm listening to this.
I'm going to tell you, I'm going to see when I say respect. I'm not talking about this fake internet world. I'm not talking.
Okay. You mean like actual love and like the streets and whatever.
Like actually running into.
I'm talking about real life, motherfuckers. Don't.
Bro, Jules, like running into dudes in 145th that still drink fucking Cobra malt liquor, telling me that Floyd is to face the box.
When y'all do Cobra out there, we do Steel Reserve out here. Steel Reserve and Mickey's.
Man, they do night train. They do night train out there, bro.
Mickey, y'all did. What did y'all do? They did Mickey's out here, Steel Reserve, and Old English.
Old English.
I ain't gonna hold you. OE is that shit. I still drink OE.
OE is that.
You a dirty motherfucker still drinking that shit.
That shit is piss, bro. That shit is piss and wet dreams, bro. In a bottle.
Did y'all do the MD 2020?
I did St. Ives.
Y'all did the St. Ives or the Boone's Farm?
I remember one.
Yeah, this St. Ives.
I remember Alizé Who remember Alizé?
The Red Passion.
I remember that.
The red or the orange?
The red.
Fuck with the blue.
Look back to boxing, you fucking alcoholics.
Boys.
I don't drink like that no more.
He drinks gin, dog. Don't talk to me about alcohol.
Jules, you were the one getting Alizé with your $2 to 50-cent chicken wings on the block.
Listen, Alizé was that shit. And listen, Floyd saying that shit. I'll tell you what, Beats. I'll make a deal with you. Look at what you got Floyd saying whatever the fuck he's saying that don't nobody care about. And you got Mike, he's a Mexican monster. I want to see if that shit show up in the bars. If it don't, then it ain't about nothing.
It won't.
Yeah, true that.
Because at the end of the day, you gotta reduce everything to its simplest form. What is all this shit about? Getting at them bars and getting at that money. So if you got Floyd saying what he's saying, and you got Mike saying what he's saying, and you get out there and you bring back 175, just under 2.
When are they going to release the buys? When are the buys going to come out?
When they can lie about it justifiably.
Canelo outsold David, he outsold Mike, and he outsold Floyd. So at the end of the day, what are we talking about? Because think about it. Did Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. fight recently? Canelo outsold them.
No, he didn't. They didn't. They did over 1 million buys. That
over 1 million buys?
It did.
Canelo's been doing over 1 million buys and over 800,000. So at the end of the day, Canelo for the last 5 fights have probably outsold all of them. So you know how like these.
I'm just saying that motherfuckers don't pay attention to what matter. Mike endorsed you, right? And the way we gonna know if that shit mattered is if people bought your fight. That's how we gonna know. You know what I mean? Like for example, say I start a channel and Beats advertise me to his subscribers. Unless I'm getting views, all that advertising ain't about nothing. So Mike, you could sit here and call him the Mexican monster, the Chilean sea bass, call him whatever the fuck you want to call him.
California roll, I don't give a shit.
Call him whatever you want to call him, bro. If motherfuckers is not buying his fight, it don't even matter.
I don't even give a fuck what Forklift Racing, even though he got to put a pay-per-view buy figure, and yet he puts a dollar sign attached to it.
Hey, Jules, speaking of Floyd, apparently there was a video where he said that Ryo got robbed. What do y'all feel about that fight? Because
he got robbed. Yeah,
he got robbed.
Shitty judges.
I believe he got robbed, but
damn, am I the only person that really thought that wasn't that much? I was like,
a closer fight. Had it not been for that knockdown, I think it's closer than what people say it is. Ryo, did he land the harder shots? Yes, but I think he's hard done by it. He landed the harder shots and dropped him, so that's I feel for him.
Well, some people are claiming that he stopped boxing during.
That's what I mean. I feel like he was at times he was just chilling, and he was trying to be a bit too cute in there, doing his little Michael Nunn impression at times with Chris Colbert, and I'm like,
Chris Colbert can't punch. Colbert. He has no power.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. I was like, bro, what are you being defensive with Chris Colbert for? Punch him in the face and move on.
Hey, Jules, Ayo wants you to drop the link. He says he got a bone to pick with you.
I don't even know who that is.
Anybody ever had Chris Colbert's? Anybody ever had his primetime chicken?
No.
Nah, is it good?
No,
I don't know. I'm asking. I'm just curious.
Where is that shit?
Yeah.
I think in Jersey. And
I won't be here.
Just letting you know, look at Miguel Cotto, man. If you see him down the alley, you see my Abby. If you see that, it's not a game, bro. Tell me that nigga don't look like a menace, bro.
He's a scary looking dude, man.
Let me see.
Let me go to this shit. Where is it?
Damn.
Yo, hold on, wait.
Load oh, oh yeah, I know that photo. That was on his Wikipedia page for hella long.
Yeah, that's like his passport photo.
Shit.
Just imagine, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
We got AOA in the building. He got a bone to pick. Let's let him pick a bone. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, Ring and the panel? I just got other day you posted a video talking about Charlo. I responded with a comment saying I thought Charlo would stop Crawford. Your response your response to me basically, because whenever you call somebody whenever you call somebody a PBC fan, you basically call them a homosexual to me. You know they like fighters for shit that ain't got nothing to do with boxing. I'm just saying.
I wouldn't make that connection. I wouldn't say like, I ain't gonna front. If I say Spence fan, I'm gonna be real with you. If I say I do mean that. But PBC fan is different. What I think when I say a person is a PBC fan, what I mean is you don't watch other boxing. That's what I mean. You don't watch other boxing, that you just going with what they saying. And I say that, like, I think Crawford could get him. I do. I think Crawford could get him. I've seen it done. I think he's the main thing that I see Charlo has is, he's going to have power on Crawford because he hit hard, man. Charlo hit hard. To stop Brian, he hit hard because them Argentinians is made out of some different shit. And he stopped him. But you're not going to catch him. My thing is, you're not going to catch Crawford with that type of shit. And that's the most important thing about power. It don't matter if you can't land. It don't matter. It don't matter how hard you hit. If you can't land, might as well not even have it.
So break it down that fight. To me, Crawford fights different at 47, especially past couple years than he did, of course, at 40. He was younger. He doesn't use as much lateral movement anymore. Maybe it might be because
you can't say that. He did that in the Porter fight.
He was shifting and turning Porter more than he was using the ring to
but that is but it's still lateral because you still moving he was getting to the side of Porter and shooting a hook while he did it.
And what's Jamel's best punch?
That's if he fights southpaw, bro. That's if he fights southpaw. We assuming he gonna do that. He might go in there orthodox and then switch off to southpaw.
If you telling me the fight go 12 rounds, I do think Crawford can get a decision. It's just the way Crawford fights now. He fights more in the pocket, and he does get hit clean with straight shots.
I ain't gonna lie, but like he do. But I think you know what I think, Crawford. It's sad, bro, that he just don't get the love that he should get. That's a generational talent, bro. That's not an ordinary fighter. Like, I like Jermell. I don't get it. I put him on my pound for pound list before everyone, bro. I had an argument with Dougie Fisher about the shit 2 years ago. 2.5 years ago. Like, that shit ain't right. I got Lomachenko in there. You ain't got
don't have Jermell.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, Jermell.
I fuck with Mel, but I don't really think he's the boxer that Crawford. Like, you not, bro, and that's okay.
I think Crawford's
I'm not
the occasion.
I'm not basing it on the fact I think Jermell is good as. That's not what it's about. I just see Crawford get hit with shots from much smaller men than Jermell, and what you telling me is over 12 rounds he's gonna be to take that power because he's gonna get hit at some point.
Hey, yo, can I ask you this?
Yeah.
Do you think Terrence Crawford fights to the level of his competition? Yes or no? No. So
I don't think so. I think Crawford does whatever he want to do whenever he fights.
I feel you on that. But do you think, knowing how powerful Jermell Charlo is and knowing that he slumped niggas, do you think he just gonna allow him just to really
I don't think he allowed anybody just to hit him.
I think that the way, but I just don't see Crawford. You know, when somebody's dangerous, you're gonna have to really, really fight, and you're really gonna be on your shit. Like,
I'll say this. Look, I'll say this. This is my thing, right? This reality, and it's a sad reality. They're not gonna fight, so it don't matter.
That's true. Too. I wanted to ask you, though. I gotta hop over. I wanted to ask the panel too, just real quick. I seen you touch on the one half that I heard that maybe that Morrell might be fighting Benavidez. The other half that I heard too was that Charlo Andre supposed to fight at 68, and the winner of those two would fight each other, and then they try to bid.
You heard that?
They would try to bid that person off to Canelo. After that would be 2024 though.
I mean, look, you know what the shit is. You know what the shit is with Charlo and Andre. I'm not pressed about the fight like I was 2 years ago or 3 years ago, because 3 years ago they was good, you know, or at least 3-4 years ago. Like it made sense. Like, yo, you got the BC, he got the BO, You unbeaten. He's unbeaten. Y'all got a rivalry, and y'all good. We at a point where Charlo ain't fought in 2 years, right? Andre is getting dropped by Desmond Nicholson. It don't mean to me what it meant before. Like, it meant something. Like, I ain't even going to it meant something to me before. Like, yo, no, you good. And remember, Andre was active when he was at Matchroom. He fought more than 2 times or whatever in a year. He was fighting. And it's like, you want to see the best versus the best when they at their best.
Yeah.
Andre is 34 years old.
35.
Looking clumsy as shit, getting knocked down by Nicholson. Charlo don't look right. I seen this shit on Saturday. His eyes was all red. He was saucy as shit, Hennessy'd up. It don't mean what it meant before.
Yeah,
I'll watch it. Don't get and I ain't full of shit neither. If they do it, of course I'm gonna watch it because I want to see. All right, well, who's gonna get to talk shit after the fight? But it don't mean what it meant to me before. It's like if you did Charlo versus Jacobs right now. It don't mean what it meant
because it's just old product. It's just these are fights that are just back burner shit, and it's like they're not even gonna happen because there's nothing but fucking ring rust and hangovers over there.
Like it's an era intrigue for the wrong reason. They're like, well, you ain't shit right now. And he ain't
because Andre, he ain't got no belt now. He ain't even no champion.
So he has no right to call him like shitty ass or anything like that. It's just call it tea kettle black, man. Come on.
But the face of boxing said the belts don't matter. I thought, right?
Ooh, right?
Oh yeah, right.
And that's the other shit that I'm like, yo, I see how Stephan acting. I don't know if you've seen it, Ayo. That Stephan is mad that ESPN is not talking more about their fights. And I'm like, yo, if that ain't the begging ass bitch
we should have Steve came on, bro. Where is Steve?
But I
don't know where Steve at right now, B. But I'm gonna get him back on because I'm like, yo, I see what it is. You need another arm of promotion because you don't have the money to promote this show the way you want to. Remember what Stephan said? We gonna get social media shit instead of a multi-city press tour. Has that started yet?
Now they just getting their same energy back because it's the same side, quote unquote, side of the street that wouldn't even acknowledge Crawford as a champion.
Hey,
yo, thank you because I didn't want to say it on Twitter because I'm not trying to have people arguing with me about this shit. But it's like, yo, y'all getting back what y'all did to Crawford. You know that, right? Y'all wanted to ignore the world. Y'all wanted to dismiss everybody. Now you getting dismissed.
Hey, Jules, Grim says that Charlo's a beer away from joining the people in the chat.
This is the thing. This is the thing. You know, you can have a beer, but it's 2 times now we've seen him and he was drunk. That's not the first time. He was at the fucking fight.
Regis in the Jose.
He was drunk at that shit, bro. And then this past Saturday, he was like, yo, that dude, like,
he was drunk at his brother's coronation against Castaño. The rematch.
He wanted to fight. I don't think Bivol even knew who he was.
Bivol thought he was Jamel, bro. He started talking about my Jamel.
For real.
You fight my country, Madrimov. You fight. Like, bro, he didn't know who that was, bro.
Oh, yeah, he was like, aren't you at 54?
This motherfucker in an early retirement, dog. Bivol will beat the shit out of Jamal.
Can we just say, what's it called? It's very sad that a fight between Andre and and Jamal is a retirement fight right there.
It's sad. No, I'm gonna tell you why it's sad. It's sad because if those was 2 Brits, they would have fought by now, and their career would have progressed because of it. Like, look, Joshua fought White many years ago, right? White lost. He got knocked. White got knocked the fuck out. But he didn't suffer for that. He went on to be in pay-per-views. He went on to he sold out the O2 with
went on a mad run, beat hella good fighters in a way.
Right. And the shit is he made money. And with the American fighters, I think they don't get it. Or maybe it's just that American support is so doo-doo that it's not about the old man. Like it ain't. It ain't about the belt sometimes, not necessarily. You got to put on a show, bro. Now you an unbeaten champion. He's an unbeaten champion. You young. He's young. Y'all got beef. Y'all been had beef. It's time. And that was 4 years ago.
But yeah, the problem is they both let themselves become wasted talent at this point, and it didn't have to happen.
It's like if y'all fight now, motherfuckers don't really give a yo. Listen, man, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm more excited about David Morrell than either of those two.
How great of a quality of a fight would that actually be with the shape both of them are in at this point? I mean,
that's an undercard fight.
I'm more excited about David Morrell, Christian Mabili, then I'm like, man, y'all don't be doing nothing, man, for me to be excited.
Charlo Andre, pay-per-view 2024. How much you want to bet?
I got to ask you a question. David Morrell versus Christian Mabili. Who wins that fight?
David Morrell.
Really?
Yeah.
You know why I said Morrell will win?
Nah. That shit, look, it's not because Mabili's bad. You got tendencies. Mabili, he come in at a slight crouch and dip. I think Morella right in the fucking face.
I feel like he kind of adjusted for that during the Gongoro fight, though.
Not only that, Jules, but he looked very like telegraphed.
Because what he does, he's a good pressure guy, but the bane of the pressure fighter is there's not a lot of bells and whistles to what they do. That more often than not, if we're talking about your run-of-the-mill good pressure guy, they're repetitive. Now, if you talking about like a special, all right, now we talking about Chocolatito. Everybody ain't Chocolatito. Mabili, the combinations, the move, it gets repetitive. And I think that David is not little. David is not no little ass man that you're just gonna be muscling him around. I think that he probably could time him with an uppercut, and he hit hard, bro. He put the Kazakhstan guy in a fucking coma, bro.
He almost met him, made Satan early, dog. He almost met that dude.
He almost met Lucifer, bro.
Early, dog. So at the end of the day, I look at it. You know how you bring up that graph, pressure fighter, boxer, puncher, boxer. We have a boxer puncher who's very aggressive and has a real nasty, spiteful array of punches. And you got a guy who's coming in with a high guard, doesn't really use his jab when he could put combinations together off that high guard. He chooses not to. I just see Morrell just beating the shit out of him. And it would
don't forget don't forget that Morrell is green. That motherfucker only got 8 fights, bro. He ain't been pushed, and that's the problem. I feel you. He does have the right style. Yeah, he do. He got the right style. He got good power, but you don't have the experience yet. Who you fought that pushed you back? Who?
What's his chin? Could he take a punch?
That's the other thing. What acid test you had? Not saying that David resume is great, but he got rounds. It's no substitute for that. He has rounds in the bank. He got 3 times as many fights as you do, bro. You might get in this shit, and the pace of this might catch up to you before it catches up to him, because this is another day at the office for him. So the time for David, which is what I said in my video, the time to fight David Morrell for David Benavidez, the time is now. Because if you let him, it's only going to get harder. You're only going to get more experience, and then it'll be harder to beat him. If you fight him now, you might be able to get him out of there. He ain't been through nothing yet. He ain't got the right style, but you ain't been. It's like Yard. What I said about Yard and Better Beef. Yard had the right style for Better Beef, believe it or not. Yeah, he has the right style.
Not enough experience.
Not enough experience, man.
That's David Morrell's a Capricorn, though. Shouldn't that supplement for his experience? He's a Capricorn.
Well, that just means you get a lot of pussy, but I don't know if it's gonna help him in the ring. You get a lot of pussy, though. You get a lot of pussy, but I don't know about in the ring. I don't know about that, but it is what it is. If they fight, it's that the silver lining is that at least they getting this guy out there, right?
That's true. But PBC, in terms of matching up their prospects, they just did a terrible job, man. I feel so sorry for Tawks in our NBR, man.
Whatever happened to him?
He turned him into a spliff, bro.
What's it called? Jesus Ramos
I got a phone to pick with you too, Jules. And this is about this music shit. Since when was Joel Santana whack?
Joel is garbage, bro. I like a chick with big breasts on her chest, not flat, looking like somebody stepped on her chest. That's bars. That's bars. Shit. What is that shit?
So you just gonna pick one thing out of all the other shit he
Bro,
used to
all
write?
his songs is like that. Fuck. Yeah. What? Shit,
Stop
better
it,
than
bro.
man.
Stop
Shut
it.
the fuck up, bro.
Chris, that's probably why they shelved his album with Lil Wayne. That's probably why they shelved it.
Well,
Nah, bro, you
garbage,
disrespecting
bro.
Zod.
That dude is doodle. That dude is doodle flakes, bro. I'm glad Dipset is over. Yeah, break that dude, bro.
Yo, nigga, doodle flakes.
Yo, bro, like I told everybody who would listen to me that the Locks was gonna do that to them, and no one listened. I don't know why.
No, the Locks.
Yeah.
Like, listen, man. I don't love a lot of shit. I really don't. But I love the Locks. I tell you that shit.
Yo, bro, hear me out, and I don't want to disrespect you. You got more of a Bronx temperament than a Harlem temperament. Hear me out. You like more grimy shit than smooth shit.
Absolutely, because
And
I come from,
and that's not characteristic of a
a grimy. Nah, see, my Harlemness, right? And I know you know what I mean. My Harlemness shows up in my ambiance and my decorum and what I like
how
to
you
vibe.
how you politic, how you talk to bitches.
Feel me?
But come back to that grimy shit, bro. You a Bronx nigga at heart.
Nah, well, I did live in the Bronx for a little while, 175th and Selwyn by the D train, but it didn't influence me. Literally, most of my life I was in Harlem, and it's just the Locks deliver the grimy shit in a way that a lot of people like. You know, it's a lot of guys talk that shoot 'em up shit. They can't do it like the Locks, man. You'll feel like you feel like you at the shootout listening to the Locks, bro.
For real.
Like I said, you ready to murk somebody out here, B.
And I had a random epiphany, bro. This was about Biggie. You know why Biggie is like, so nice? He's a mix of two rappers, and Beats can attest to it. He has the griminess of a Cool G rap and the smoothness of a Heavy D. If you really listen to how Biggie puts things together, those are the two rappers that he reminds me of the most. When he talked that street shit like Machine Gun Funk or Warning or Somebody Got to Die, that's G rap. But when he talk about like when he's talking about Fucking You Tonight with R. Kelly and those songs, that's Heavy D. And like I don't know why people don't realize, like, yo, the best rappers that we rock with take from at least Big Daddy Kane, KRS-One, Cool G Rap, or who's the last one? Rakim.
By the way, Chris, let me ask you a question. Out of these two Biggie songs, which is your favorite? Notorious Thugs or Sky's the Limit? Which one do you like more?
Thugs, bro. That shit. Listen. You had to be
dangerous.
Yo. You had to listen. You young fucks. When that shit dropped, bro. I thought my head was going like, yo.
It's boning Biggie. It's boning Biggie. It's boning Biggie.
I heard that shit.
Yo, you are hotboxing the car and driving at 50 miles per hour,
bruh. I felt like I was on the planet.
The Biggie joint is the one, Christus. So you want to be hardcore? With the Machine Gun Funk, that's my drink, man.
To answer Jay's the better song is Notorious Thugs, but the more sentimental song to me is Sky's the Limit.
I agree.
I'm not. Listen, I'm going to tell you, bro. We different type of people, right? When I listen to a song, the last thing I want to hear is some sobby, filmy shit. I'm not listening to music so I can feel bad. I like shit that make me want to get motivated and do shit. So when that
Sky the Limit make you feel good though,
man, fuck all that sobby ass shit. All right, when you hear Notorious Thug, when you first hear that that shit.
Boning Biggie. It's boning Biggie.
Now, I gotta ask you guys a question though.
I've always liked Biggie though, man.
Now, I gotta ask you guys a question. In terms of top to bottom, do you think Life After Death is the best album hip hop ever produced? In my opinion,
I don't think you could. I'm the same way with boxing that I am with music. There's no such thing as the best rapper. There's no such thing as the best album. There's no such thing, bro. Life After Death was a monster, but so was Get Rich or Die Trying. I like that whole album from top to bottom. That shit was.
So was Wu-Tang Forever.
That's playing.
Life After Death,
yeah. But the Power of the Color, what he done in Colombia that didn't get released, that album is sick, man.
Yep, but this is what I'm going to say about Life After Death, right? I love Get Rich or Die Trying, but the reason why I say Life After Death is damn near perfection, from side A to side B, basically that's a movie. If you listen to all those songs, that's a whole.
That's because I'm old. See, you saying that because you're younger than me. When you get old, you're gonna see that like for example, I forgot old boy name from Twitter. Two-Tone, he said that M is overrated, right? I used to think, no. Let me hear me out. The reason I like M, it's not this and that. It's because he delivers something that only he could give you. The same way Pac would. Pac, not the same as Pac. If I want Pac, I go to Pac. You know what I mean? And he gonna sound like him. And Big is gonna sound like him. And Red is gonna sound like Red. Feel me? And that's why I like that kid. That like he say a lot of crazy shit that is not really relatable to a New Yorker, but it's unique. It's a unique sound, just like Kid Cudi. At first, I didn't appreciate Kid Cudi. Then I listened to Man on the Moon. I'm like, I fuck with this.
Oh yeah, Jules. That what you say would be. I heard that shit at work one night. It's like, oh, Kid, this some deep shit, man.
Yeah, like Kid Cudi is 3 a.m. and you drunk and you going home. That's that feeling.
That's shit right there. Or like you driving late on the freeway one night, then you just play his shit.
You know what? I really like Rakim though too, man.
Rakim lyrically, like it's I ain't go like that's one of the guys. He's like a god, bro. Like him, Big Daddy Kane, lyrically.
Follow the Leader was the shit, man. I like that.
Lyrically, flow wise.
Yo, country. Have you ever listened to this group called Gangstar?
I remember Gangstar.
Yeah, I recommend you listen to them.
I think I've heard the name.
But one of the best rap albums ever is 36 Chambers.
Yeah. I'm gonna be real with you, Beats. I'm gonna be real with you, Beats. That I am more of a Locks guy than a Wu-Tang guy. I gotta put that out there like that. It speak to me. It do. Whereas Wu-Tang
about Jada and SP, my nigga, it's something different. They just like they voices.
You know what the shit is? It sound like home. It's the music of my childhood, so it take me to a special place when I'm wearing my motherfucking bubble when it's cold outside. And we
on the street.
I like Wu-Tang though, man. I like Cream by Wu-Tang, man. I'd come out to a boxing match on that shit.
I fuck with all Wu-Tang songs.
Fellas, y'all want to hear something funny? Yeah, y'all know that. Y'all remember that song "Victory" by P. Diddy, right?
I remember Victory.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was the Rocky T theme till like I was like 14 years old.
Nah, I knew that, bro. Like, look, Diddy get a lot of shit, but he was good for that time, man. Like that time after Big died, and he was coming out with. A lot of that shit was some good shit.
It was.
No Way Out is a classic. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
Yeah.
No Way Out is a classic.
I wish
Get Smacked Philly. Fucking the G-Dep shit with Black Rob when they was Harlem shaking. That shit hit hard than a motherfucker when that shit came out, bro.
Here's the thing.
Family. Summer 01. Hold up. Summer 01. It was basically the Harlem Shake versus the Crip Walk.
Yeah, but Harlem Shake was winning though, bro. Like Eastside Soprano, Rob Marciano, bro, that shit.
No. Harlem Shake wasn't winning because even R&B singers was trying to Crip walk. Country singers
I really
was
wish
trying to
that
Crip walk.
Biggie and Pac were still around, man.
Nah, they was still. Now you know what the shit is. The Crip walk looked too much like a heel toe, so a lot of guys was just heel toeing. Everybody thought they was sea walking. Like, nah, heel toe.
No, you weren't. But yo.
Chris, if Life After Death was a movie, what the fuck was All Eyes on Me then? A cinematic masterpiece.
Life After Death is a better movie than fucking.
You fucking crazy, bro.
Nah. I wouldn't if I had. And I look, I'm bigger on Pac than I am on Big, but I would give it to Life After Death before I give it to All Eyes on Me. But I would put Machiavelli over Life After Death. That shit, especially because he died, it hit even harder, bro.
Now,
like,
Machiavelli,
but the fact you gotta, he also made All Eyes on Me within like 12 days.
Come with me, Hail Mary, speaking to you from beyond the great, bro.
You ever hear Blasphemy? Like, yo, Tupac on Blasphemy was like, God damn, Pac. Like, why do you have to?
I can't go with Tupac over Big though. I can't go with that. I can't go with that.
Nah, real quick. Did y'all see Radio tag the FBI for people saying they stole Benavidez plant? Did you guys see that?
Who?
Did what?
Radio was tagging the FBI on Twitter about people that stole Benavidez plant.
Are you fucking
I
kidding me?
shit you not. You go.
Yo, you don't do
send me
shit
that
like
tweet.
that when the numbers is good. That's all up. You ain't gonna have time, bro. When the numbers is good.
They reported to the FBI.
Wait, Drew, who did this? Who tagged the FBI?
Dan Raphael.
Raphael.
Oh, this motherfucker. This
Oh my
motherfucker.
god!
I'll tell you what, bro. I posted my receipt, so I'm good, bro.
I posted my receipts,
I posted
Mike.
my UK receipt because I got
Yeah.
the UK deal.
Let me read the super chat. I heard a rumor Charlo's ex-wife has that man pinned against the wall. Dude's mistresses are set to testify against him. He's screwed. Yeah, I follow her.
Yo, she
Instagram?
is hard, but that bitch is crazy, dog. I feel
Rocking the
for her.
gold diggers, rocking your board dinners with gold zippers. Jada Kiss on the box. That bars with me.
That's why you gotta.
He killed it.
That's why you gotta be careful what.
I tell you what, right?
Man.
Sheik Luke
Oh.
is underrated. Sheik Luke and Jada Kiss on the Benjamins. Murdered.
That's a fact, and people disrespect Sheik Luke for how nice.
Luis Puente, shout out to Luis Puente. Yeah, yo. Yesterday we got a startling revelation by way of Mirage, yo. He came out on here, B. He
Wait,
really
what?
liked David Benavidez, man. Like he really liked him.
I knew he was a. I knew,
more
like they
attractive
say on
to Benavidez than he
Sopranos.
was to
I knew
Lady
he was a
Jan,
flambe.
man.
He's a flambe, yo. I don't even know if he's playing or not, bro. Like I'm playing with that shit these
Yeah,
days.
I mean, in
Now, let me
hindsight,
ask y'all
actually,
this:
that would make a lot of
How do you
sense.
rank?
Hey,
Who do you
Mirage
rank?
coming out,
literally-
it makes sense.
he
Go to
literally-
the John Blaze
Hey.
cut. Rank the
those
verses between Nas, Pun, Jada, Raekwon, and
Man, I
Fat Joe.
don't
Being
rate
Fat Joe's
Nas,
last.
bro. You talking to me about this boring ass Nas, bro?
No, I'm
Like,
talking about the
What?
all five MCs
Really?
on who had the best
Hey,
verse
Jules,
on John Blaze.
bro,
besides
Jules, all you need is
Pun?
one mic. All you need is one mic.
I don't
Chris,
fuck that. Give me
Jules,
two.
did you cry when Ether
That
came out,
shit.
bro?
All I need is one mic, one
Hey,
breathe,
man.
one good. Shut up.
Mirage
No, not that. But like
literally
John
came
Blaze,
out-
I
that
love
cut
girls, girls,
I go
girls,
back and listen to
girls.
John Blaze, and I can't decide on number two between Nas and Jada.
Yo, could I say something? And y'all gonna think it's a hot take. I fuck with Red more than I fuck with Nas, bro.
That's not such
That's
a
you.
bad.
I can see that. It's not a bad thing.
The hungriest. I packed 2 cannons by the pancreas. Ooh, that was my shit, man.
Yo,
Like,
Brad, I ain't gonna
Was
hold
that
you.
from Muddy Waters?
yeah, with the red
I
skate
know-
boom.
With
I know-
Nas, do you think he just tries to focus on the lyrics too much as opposed to
I
making
think
good
Nas
songs?
is for a particular. I think Nas speaks to a particular type of person that is not me. Like I said, I gave this parallel the other day. There's some joints, some guys are poly with a joint, and it's just whatever. And some guys, they got to get all deep. Like, I want to build a school, yo. I want to build a hospital. Yeah, that's not. You got to say all that.
I got a
All that in the drawers, bro. You got to have visions and the dreams
I
and the
got a
computers.
question for you guys. How do you think the
Redman
rap
said,
game would have
"Pick some
been?
up with the flex."
Hold on. Let me ask this question. Let me ask this question. Hold on.
I went, woo.
I got a question for you guys for real. How do you guys think the rap game would be if Tupac and Biggie were still around?
They would have phased out because they would have. I'll tell you the truth, and nobody say nothing. They would have phased out because hip hop culture, unfortunately, does not respect its elders. That's the problem. Maybe it used to. I don't know.
Nah, man.
Nah, they would have. I'm telling you, they would have phased out.
I think they would have.
I mean, like, there's always
they're
something new
talented
coming
enough
out.
and they
Always,
can change
always
their
something
style
new.
and adapt to the times, just like Snoop Dogg, bro.
Nah,
That
bro.
motherfucker really-
You don't see how you don't notice how they disrespect the guys from the past.
They do, bro. Rap is just like boxing.
If you say
say
Lil
this.
Wayne, if you telling me that Lil, and they was saying that, I think Wayne was nice, by the way, so don't get it twisted.
He was good, bro. He was good.
Carter,
The
Carter,
Carter
1, 2, 3. I fuck with it, but best rapper ever, Wayne.
No.
Yo, let me just say this real quick.
The Carter series.
Let me
was
just say this
classic
real quick, and
albums,
I'm
but
a dip. Yo, this like what you're saying is like it speaks to the music like industry writ large, man. That it caters to the youth.
You
That
know,
they don't fuck
thank you, Virtual, because that's
like this fucking music, the rap music now, whether it's trap or drill, they don't appreciate shit.
It's got like, yo, for real, like I'm telling you, like I don't listen to none of that. That shit I don't listen to none of that shit. Ice Spice got a whole career off of being a red bone with a fat ass. Got a whole.
And curly hair. She a redhead. She just got the
Jules,
curly
bro,
hair
her
like
music is
Annie.
shit.
The
Hey,
orphan.
Jules, these two said it. If she didn't have the looks, man, nobody would be fucking with her.
Yo, her shit, like, look, and I'm not a hater. When Nikki was doing them Smack DVDs, I was like, yo, that girl was nice, man.
Hey, panel, do y'all
But like
fuck with
you said, I
SPM?
thought you said, and that you said you could find a bunch of Ice Spices on Fordham Road.
No, I said Ice Spice is a 10 on the 2 train or the D train. If she walk in the train, hey, like, I ain't gonna lie, bro.
But like you say, phased out. I think Biggie would have been phased out. Pac still could at least act at a high level.
I'm telling you,
I'm talking about he wouldn't have been phased out of the limelight. He would have been acting
Bro, don't
still.
you see how many guys phased out, bro? Look
No,
at how
I'm
many.
saying I'm not disagreeing with you on the rap. He had talent on the camera, so he
No,
could
he
still
probably
act.
know what Pac would have did, what Luda did, what L did. Fuck this music shit. I'm getting this movie money. He was in Gridlock. He was in Gang Related with Eli Roth from Pulp Fiction. He would have went into movies, bro. Like, look.
He was already in the movies.
He would have evolved. Biggie only had rapping.
Biggie was
Jules.
on
Bro.
the label side of things, and
Hey,
also
Jules.
Yeah.
Ralph and Rio wants to know if you know about stack bundles.
I know about stack bundles. Yeah.
Stack was my.
Hey guys, panel, do y'all know about SPM? Y'all like SPM, South Park Mexicans?
No,
I don't like pedophiles, bro.
I don't know who that is.
I don't. Being real, it didn't get played in my region. Like it didn't get played in my region. Like, to be real.
But you know who he is? Like, yeah, you heard of him?
He's a pedophile, bro. We don't.
He's a
fuck with him.
pedophile.
Let's not break that up.
But that's facts, though, bro.
He's doing his time. He's doing his time, though. So,
bro, I ain't gonna listen to no guy that's
off of
touching.
what he did. He's a cornball. Fuck him.
Yeah, we don't fuck with pedophiles, man.
All
Fuck
right.
that.
Fuck SPM.
Let's keep it a buck. Fuck Africa Bambaataa too. For all the dumb shit he did to them
Oh, him
kids.
too, yeah.
Yeah, I don't care if you made Planet Rock.
But who is that dude? Who's the fourth member of the
here's the
Locks
thing.
they hyped up like he had fucking magic bars?
Was it J Hood?
Oh my J Hood,
J
man.
Hood, yeah.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. Right? What he allegedly done is foul. But the fact that some people want to close down museums because you can't tell the history of hip hop without mentioning his name is stupid.
I feel where you coming from, but we can't exalt people who do shit like that.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, you got to compartment. I'm not saying you got to exalt him and big him up, but you can't tell the story without mentioning Bam.
That's a fact. I understand that.
Like, the man has probably the hugest record collection and like was getting records. Like, at the time, people were only using a certain amount of records. Bam was using all types of, you know what I mean, and fusing all types of shit and advancing the genre. It's horrible to say. It is horrible to say, but you know.
Hey, what do you guys think about Immortal Technique, man?
Great rapper, but he's
a good rapper. But
He was right
gotta
there in the Bronx.
understand, like, listen, for example, the German group that had the Boney M, right? M Bone, whatever. I like happy shit that make me want to be in a happy mood. If all you got to talk about is depressing shit, bro, I don't want to hear that shit, bro. I'm not going in the computers and the hooters, all right, Mike. Bro. Life sucks, bro. I got you. Life sucks.
But not even that. Like, here's the thing. Like, there's great MCs. Like, he can spit, but I want to hear a songwriter make good song. Like, if you're doing an album, okay, I'll take 1-2 at the max depressing songs. No, keep it real though, Jules. Like, you have to have a format.
I'm there because I'm like, look, it's guys that they whole shit is in the kid guy shot at the bottom, and he living in the gun in the cop, and I'm like, all right, bro, your life sucks.
Wait, you're talking about who you talking about?
It's this dude named. Look, listen, and I'm not a hater. I fuck with him because I have a couple of his songs in my phone. But all he know, Immortal Technique.
Oh.
No, and it's like, yo, dog, like, everything you got to say is just some in Guatemala and Cala and then in Nicaragua, all of the hot, like, all right, bro. So we ain't gonna get no bitches in this song, man. We ain't gonna get no bitches in this song. We ain't gonna spend no money in this song.
Yeah,
Immortal
Technique has got some crazy ass rhymes though that tell some really crazy stories, man.
Yeah, but they're all depressed. Like Amadou Diallo got shot on the block of the holla. Like, all right, bro.
And
See,
that and
when I
that's
want to hear that shit, I tune into the news. You see me?
I'll read a book. I'll go
If I want
watch
to see depressing shit.
I don't want to see. I'll give you a
That's why
song on an
There
album.
has to be space
Forest
for
Hills
someone-
Drive. This
Like,
J.
in
Cole
music
shit.
technique, he brings information. So there has to be space for rappers to bring information.
Listen, Beats, I'm not knocking them. I'm just saying that when I put my earbuds on, right, I am trying to rock out with my cock out. And I can't do that if you're talking about space aliens building pyramids. And I can't.
I'm going to tell you what. His shit, listen, that type of shit is for motherfuckers that don't like to read. Because I can get all that shit from reading the fucking book.
Moments, I'll tell you what, it's a decorum thing for me, right? If I'm walking, right, and I know I got a long walk, then I got time for a lot of shit, right? Because I don't walk anymore because of where I'm at. You got to drive. But, back home, you diddy bopping, you walking. Yeah, you can listen to that bullshit. But generally, I like upbeat shit, man. I got Bee Gees in my phone, bro.
No, I'll break it down like this,
man.
Like what everybody's saying. Marvin Gaye gave us What's Going On to see some sad shit, but then he also gave us sexual fucking healing.
You could still What's Going On.
But what I'm saying, he gave us that shit.
That sexual healing song is in like every.
He gave us that, but then he gave us sexual healing to fucking counter it.
Oh my god, bro, that shit come on. It's like I'm on another planet, bro.
What about you got to give it up? That's a good one too, man.
What's a better
So Marvin gave us balance. This dude, Immortal Techniques, gives us the same fucking song over a different beat.
Hey, you know what this shit is at the end of the song? See, I'm a firm believer in what you ingest affects your moods.
That's a fact.
And if you ingesting, if you listen to like 16 tracks of Immortal Technique, by the end of the album, you're gonna be mad. You're gonna be mad. You're gonna be mad about shit. Listen, you're gonna be mad about shit that happened already that you can't do nothing about. That's what's gonna happen. I like feel good shit. If I'm listening to some shit, I'm trying to feel good. I ain't trying to be out here worried about, and they never told you about the pyramid.
Bro, why do you think all this new generation is so fruity? Look at all these music videos and rappers coming out, bro. They're all freaking fruity.
I mean, like you got Jaden Smith putting videos up with his own song "Crying" in the background. I mean, it's
I would pay Chris. Look, when I get rich, I'm gonna pay Chris, and I'm gonna pay his airfare to find that kid and punch him in his face. Find him, bro.
How much bread would you pay me, dog? How much bread?
I fucking hate Jaden.
No, I'm not serious. How much bread would you pay me to find Jaden Smith?
Yo, I swear to God, I give you $50,000. But you gotta listen. You gotta punch him like you know him, B.
I
got a request, and I'll pay for a case of Corona for you, Jules. I need coverage of the Julio Cesar Chavez Eric Morales exhibition.
Nah, I'll pay you, bro. Drew, I'll give you $10,000 to find Jada Pinkett Smith and throw a water balloon at that bitch.
We're getting no Chavez Morales coverage. Come on,
not even water, just vinegar.
I'll give you 10 racks to pee in a water balloon and find that bitch. And just
like this is Paternal Will. That's Paternal Will.
Card too.
You don't feel the Jada Pinkett, no?
That's Paternal Will into it. I'm like, that's
Dude, you talking about throwing R. Kelly balloons, man? Come on.
I'm never gonna respect what she did
to Will. Yep, that's returning them to a simp.
And I'm gonna tell you, no one's gonna like. Some people are not gonna like this. That's Virgo women for you.
She turned him into a simp. That's what she did.
Go ahead, Beats.
Look, man, we'll play some suspect roles, yeah. Which question is masculinity. Once you do that, that woman is never going to respect you. And plus, how she played you with Pop and all that. Listen, he done it to himself, man.
No. Beats. I agree that he did it to himself. My thing is, I feel bad for that guy. There's a lot of guys like that guy. He thought that was the one for him. And I firmly believe the reason that he is the way he is, it is because of that joint. Like she for the streets, bro. How I know she is fucking her son's friend.
That's ratchet shit, bro.
Before the street whoops.
Hey.
Listen, y'all need to
Prime
slow down.
August Alsina was
Slow
different, I
down
guess,
and
bro.
pay attention. Your husband is Will Smith, a hard worker, multi-millionaire. It's a lot of girls that would love to get that man a blowjob. And what you want to be doing is fucking your son's friend.
You talking about August or somebody else?
Yeah, bro.
August, bro.
Oh, okay. All right. Didn't he come out? He came out.
Jaden, the one that brought him to the house, bro.
Listen, why did Jaden bring him to the house, right? Do you see the way Will kisses his son? There's something not right about that.
What?
Right?
What do you mean? How
Holly weird, man. Holly weird.
LB, this is getting weird, bro. Can we get back to shitty ass little tech?
When you're isolated from society, man, you do weird shit,
Virtuoso,
bro.
I just gotta highlight you right quick. Let me highlight you. Boy.
What's up?
Appreciate your method you used to watch the Plant Benavidez fight. I don't know why I didn't come up with that sooner. I'm gonna use that in the future to not, to
Oh
not,
yeah, you just gotta hope and pray.
Dan Raphael out here tagging the feds, and y'all want to talk on open mics. No, thanks, y'all.
There's a private chat,
y'all.
There's a private chat.
You better fucking text him about that shit.
All right, sorry, my bad.
Hey, bro, could you put it in
about that shit?
Could you put it in the private chat so I can see how to do that?
Yeah, put it in the private chat, yo. Don't be just saying shit out here. Dan Raphael tagging feds.
How to buy a VPN?
Yo, Jules, you fuck with Big Pun? What you think about
I fuck with Big Pun. I did fuck with Big Pun. I did. Yeah, Baby was a great album. Lil Wayne just had punchlines like Lloyd Bent. That's his act.
Nah,
and no. He had punchlines, but he was no storyteller. It'll just be punchline at the punchline in no particular direction. No particular reason.
Nah, he's not telling. He's not lying.
I'm not gonna lie. I did feel his album, The Hunger for More. That was a good album,
he
though.
had punchlines, and he would get lucky that one of the lines would rhyme with the fucking hook of the song. But it followed no structure of like telling the story of the song.
Wayne wasn't talking about nothing, bro. I bought his rock album. Fuck you. Get alive. I bought that shit. I'm like, yo,
Jules, what'd you think of it? Jules, what'd you think of it? What'd you think of it?
I got an open mind, so I liked some of the songs on it. Like,
okay.
I felt where he coming from. Like, yo, no, rock is good shit too, man.
Because everybody pretty much trashed it critically, but it's like I was feeling some of the songs though.
No, I liked that. Fuck you, get alive. I'll be feeling fuck you, get alive. I be feeling on Twitter, bro. Like, why y'all argue with me? Fuck you.
Drop the World. Yeah, was that kind of like his rock shit? Drop the World with Eminem.
That was
that was it. That was on the album.
Was good.
That was a good song though. I picked the world up and I'm dropping on his fucking head. Good song, man. It's a good song. Compare we used to Nas, and now they got Lil Nas.
Can't nobody tell me nothing.
Telling you that
Lil Nas X is a weirdo.
Where hip hop is at, bro, the junkies took that shit over, bro. I say that all the time. That what the artists are now is a bunch of junkies that took it over. It used to be the guys that sell the drugs. Now it's the guys that use the drugs.
That's why they don't last long. They come out and have like.
Can I say that for every genre? Once the druggies take over, rock, so like there comes a point where the drug addicts do become the artists.
Nah.
They were shooting heroin when they was in Ray Charles and all them O's. They were shooting up heroin, Jules.
They were talking about doing it in the music though.
They had better metaphors for it back then.
I'm going to say this, man. They got guys, right? They got all type of rappers getting shot, and I'll be reading the comments like, "Who the fuck got shot?" Motherfuckers be like, "Oh man, he was a legend." I'm like, "He was."
What? Hold on. Yo, every Tuesday, Bree. Every Tuesday, there's a new guy. They about to pop, and then they just die.
I swear to God, bro.
It was just a bunch of guys that got shot. Like PB and J got shot at the chicken spot. I tell you no lies, I never heard this man rap before.
PNB rock, bro. Like if you go to the gym, yeah, like you gotta have a start kit. You bring MOP or DMX to the gym.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Workout. You know, if you're also philosophical.
I mean, plus by the way, like you can kind of get an inkling to like what some people are. There's like Juice WRLD. Somebody turned me on Juice WRLD. And I heard a lot of his songs, and it's like this dude was into some like dark, deep shit, like dark shit. Then he ended up killing himself.
Look, the PBC kid got shot at the Waffle House in front of PBC.
P&B Rock, bro. P&B.
Listen, I'm telling you, I never heard this man. No, I never heard this man.
When EPMD got shot?
Yo, PB&J got shot.
Y'all ain't shit, man. Y'all fucked up, bro.
You demanded his gold, and he said no, and dude shot him.
Triple X tentative. He got shot.
Yeah.
I never heard him rap before, bro. Never.
Me neither. And he was the dude PNB. He went to the ghetto. I'm out here. He went to the ghettoest motherfucking Roscoe's that none of us go to.
Bro, you got money. What you going over there for?
Listen, he went to the one in the dirt hood, not the one in Hollywood.
What if 50
Makes
Cent,
no sense.
50 Cent told
Yeah,
G-Unit?
stay the fuck out of the hood, man.
50 Cent told G-Unit, if you're hungry.
They have like 9 or 10 Roscoe's that he went to the worst fucking one.
Right, or the takeout.
Bro, they got DoorDash for a reason.
Fellas can have beats.
50 Cent told G-Unit, if you guys are hungry, don't go to the restaurant, get takeout. Get takeout.
Hello.
Listen. Yeah. How did Alpo just get shot? Chris, where he got shot at? Right, Chris fell off.
Man, Al got him.
Oh, I could have said that too.
Bro, he came like, why are you in Harlem, bro? What's wrong with you, bro? What is wrong with you, bro? Why are you out here, bro?
It feels like you wanted to get shot.
Bro, I don't know, man. I feel like when dudes make it out of the hood, for some reason, they just want to go back so bad, bro.
You can take him out the hood, but you can't take the hood out the person.
That's why Jay being as grimy, and I'm not saying I'm a grimy person. I just understand it. You're not doing all this to be around the same shit and the same people. Like, no, you not. Like, yeah, I changed. The fuck you? Of course I fucking changed, bro. What you want me to stay the same? You want me to be who I was at 20, at 40?
Exactly.
Be a fucking loser, bro. And listen, it's a lot of that in the hood, man. A lot of that. It's a lot of that, guys.
The hood makes you feel guilty,
nowhere, bro. Like it's like, yo, I don't understand in American culture why that is that we celebrating the worst things about ourselves. The worst, the absolute worst things about ourselves, we're celebrating them. And that didn't click for me until I hit 27. It's like, bro, what we celebrating, bro? That the block got shot. That's celebrating shit like that, bro. People getting shot, not being able to walk around, feel safe. Celebrating that shit.
Getting money, then going Beanie Siegel. Like going back right into the hood. You Simon Rockefeller. Jason, you buying 6 or 7 cars. You weren't investing your money properly. You go back in the hood to get clapped.
Exactly.
Joking.
Won't understand that it don't register. It's guys that don't have a doubt in their mind to blow your noodles out your head over some fucking rocks they dug up from the earth, some gold and some diamonds. These motherfuckers will kill you. And it's celebrated. And it's like, it dawned on me in my late 20s. I'm like, yo, a lot of this shit is dumb, bro. For real, though. Like, a lot of this shit is dumb. Like, the property value is not down because of A, B, C, and D. It's down because of us.
Yeah.
Period. It's us. It's not, you got to take accountability. It's us, bro. It's the shit we be doing and the shit we celebrate. It ain't nobody else. Fuck out of here. Like, okay, so what? CIA put crack on the streets in 86. The fuck that got to do with you, though? That's not why you selling them.
That's right.
You don't have to do it in the first place.
Now, motherfucker, you know what you doing to the community. You know, we all do.
By the way, any of y'all ever see the movie Lottery Ticket with Bow Wow?
I ain't see Lottery Ticket with Bow Wow. I just
bring that up because like he played a dude in the hood who won the lottery, right? And I'm surprised he wasn't killed because when everybody found out about it, bruh.
Yo, listen, man. They talk about that CIA shit, planting drugs. They're acting like, I mean, if street drugs weren't there, niggas wouldn't be taking lean and all types of syrup and magic mushrooms or whatever.
No, the funny shit is, I understand. Listen, I understand why it's a talking point because when crack hit, it hit real hard. And we see what communities was hit the hardest by the drug. So I understand that.
Yeah, like my community over here was hit hard by crack.
Exactly. Yeah. So that there's something to be said, of course. But at this point, or at least the point where we grew up, you know, mid-90s, 2000s, so on and so forth. Bro, don't talk to me about the CIA, because that's not why you do it. What the fuck? If you know that the CIA did that, then why is it being moved in the community? Because motherfuckers don't care. That's why. Motherfuckers don't care. If you know the CIA put that in these communities to destabilize them and oppress them, as you say, then why the fuck is it the people in the community selling it? You should be doing the opposite then, shouldn't you?
That's exactly it.
I understand a little bit of weed. Ain't nothing wrong. Like, there's nothing wrong with fucking weed, okay? There was never nothing wrong with that. But if you saying that, oh, the CIA came in and they cooked this shit up in a lab and then put it in our communities to destabilize our communities as a further method of oppression, then why is it the people in the community selling it?
I tell you what, weed used to be cool.
True.
Weed used to be cool until they started getting them sick strains. Raw purple, green, orange.
Oh yeah, now they turning that shit. They trying to be Poison Ivy from Batman with the shit. Like, you trying to have weed that talk. They smoke weed, smoke. This shit crazy, man. I'm like nah, man. Like, and it's a lot of that shit, and that I guess that's a part of the reason I moved away from a lot of shit. Cause I'm like, yo, at the end of the day, if you want to get out of this shit, you can't. Cause I seen a lot of old heads that I knew. I swear to God, it was like a drug dealer fairy tale. They just took all the money that they made, they put it in what they were passionate about, and they moved away and never came back. I swear to God, on God, couple of guys I know, old heads when I was young. That's what they did. One guy.
Yeah, that brings a few and far between. I mean, most of the people who were pitching, you know what I mean, their stones, like, they dead or fucked up. Man.
Oh yeah, a lot of guys is dead, man. But it's just the complaining. I've always had a pet peeve about complaining without action. Since I was a child, I've always had that was always a tick of mine that I don't really like complaining. Like, or if you're gonna complain, you know, do something about it. And I had a friend, man, that's all he did was complain about shit. I'm like, bro, you the one that be out here all the time or doing this shit. Like, you got all these theories and all this shit and all this conspiracy. What are you doing about it? What the fuck is the point in us talking about pyramids and all this hidden knowledge and you're not using it for nothing? You're not using it for nothing. Yeah. How is it advancing your life? You'd say it isn't. They robbed the culture in the pyramid and the shit. And I'm like, Brody, you got kicked out your mother house because you're not paying rent, bro.
Warp Speed, he just mentioned Roy Ayers. I saw Roy Ayers live in Finsbury Park. That was a great show.
I got man, you know, he's one of them guys, start kicking the knowledge. If that shit was knowledge, bro, you wouldn't have got kicked out your mother house for not contributing nothing to the house.
Yeah.
Now you just shacking up with joints for room and board. The knowledge. Fuck that.
That's what I was talking about with Katie Taylor and Conor McGregor. And, like, I don't want to bring race in, but a lot of the sisters, they take all that. Yo, what's up, queen? Look, don't call a woman a queen unless you got a palace, and if not a palace, you got some good dwellings for her to sit up in. Don't be calling no one a queen.
Bro, that shit ain't nothing but some old. Yo, listen, man, and the way that things are now, because I'll tell you this, Beats. When you from New York, you don't realize how it is in other places. New York gives you a false representation of the world because you think it's more diverse than anywhere, so you don't realize the division that actually exists outside of the city. That, yeah, there's racism in the city. Don't get it twisted. The cops are racist. Yes, they are. But it's even more divided.
See, Jules, that's one thing that was
I was there in the 90s,
San Francisco. It was like New York in that way. We had a lot of diversity too. Like you said, you don't see it because of the diversity, the division.
Yeah, and I'll say that, you know, you get out and you see shit, and I'll say that leaving New York gave me a perspective that I didn't have, that it's like, damn, man, it's mad. A lot of the shit that we was doing was just some plain old bullshit. Like, no, it was just some useless bullshit, bro. Like, that's what it was. We spent a lot of time on just useless bullshit. Fuck being a rapper. Fuck wanting to get a basketball scholarship. Be a doctor. Be a lawyer. Be some powerful shit.
Well, that's like in my neighborhood, dude. I mean, I grew up. I was hanging out, doing all this shit, and then the funny thing was that, like, about 19 or so, I stopped hanging out at the park in the hood and just went my own way, man.
Yeah, and like a lot of this shit, like leaving the city made me realize that it's like, man, it ain't nobody doing nothing, man. It's just a lot of motherfuckers that don't feel like doing shit. Because real rap, if you want to get money, it's mad motherfuckers getting money, and I'm not talking about doing nothing wrong neither, man. Like
Right.
it's a lot of shit. It's just a lot of little shit that I started to notice. I'm like, man, it's not the way motherfuckers say it is. When you want to do some shit, you'll do it. Period.
Oh,
You
yeah,
want
Well,
to
you
do
know what?
it, you'll
The,
do
the
it.
past is a good thing, but there comes a point in life where you got to let that shit go.
Yeah,
And
like
I was,
yo, bro, I had a guy, man. This dude, he's still my man's in him. I love him and all that, but it's like he was one of them guys that he is obsessed with the past, and I'm like, bro, you obsessing about shit you can't do nothing about, and
yeah,
does
it's
not
gone
change your
now.
current, and it doesn't change your current situation. You don't need to worry about who built the pyramid and who stole the scrolls. What you need to worry about is getting a goddamn job. That's what you need
bro.
to
And I
worry.
bet you, did he get offended when you told him that?
No,
Did he get mad?
me and him, he's a tourist. We cool as shit. Like I love him, man. Don't get it twisted. And it's just that was always our opposition. We agreed on a lot of things, but when I was different, where I've always been different than a lot is, if you're not gonna do nothing about that shit, then let it go. Cause I don't know what the fuck. What are we doing? We just gonna sit here moaning about some shit. What are we doing? All this board, like we gonna say, well, you know, because they changed the shit. I'm like, bro, look, all that shit is awesome, bro. But what the fuck that got to do with the money that we need here today?
Right. I was just telling my buddy in a conversation too the other day. It's like, you know what? I was telling him like, dude, we don't. You know what? We can't dress like we used to anymore. You know, I mean, we ain't hanging out in the corner in the park no more. I mean, we need to, better ourselves and like, I mean, and do things instead. I can't dress like I did when I was freaking 16 to 18.
Yeah, like it's like my wife's cousin. He's one of them. He one of them hotep type of cats, right? And it's like, bro, listen, bro, you younger than me. Should be an able-bodied man. The only reason you got diabetes and shit like that is because all you do is play video games all day. And when you're not playing video games all day, you jump online and you turn into Dr. Umar. And none of that shit. Like, if you care so much about this shit that you be talking about, well, posting on Facebook ain't doing nothing about it. You know what I mean? And I used to know a lot of guys like that, man. I'm like, I don't know what the fuck you think you doing, but you ain't doing shit.
Nah, man, you got to read books and shit. You got to work on yourself.
I disagree. There's such a thing as an overload of information. A guy that don't know nothing about. Let me put it to you this way, country. You can have a guy. He don't know shit about math. He don't know shit about science. Don't know shit about reading. But he know cars, and he know a lot about cars. And he know a lot about fixing cars. He will do more with knowing a lot about fixing cars than these Rhodes Scholar motherfuckers that think they speak ancient Hebrew.
You know what the difference in that situation is? And I was about to mention that, but application.
Yeah.
Because you can have all the knowledge you want, but man, if you don't know how to apply it and you don't do it, you're cooked.
You got a motherfucker. He don't know
nothing.
nothing.
In Texas, bro, there's a lot of Mexicans that don't have their legal situation, and they own their construction companies and their landscaping companies, and they're making thousands of dollars with no education, bro, and no paper, bro.
Because motherfuckers, and what I notice about the Western Hemisphere, this side of the world, is those that are privileged to be born in this country, because it is a privilege at the end of the day, and believe it or not, it's luxury. They focus on all the other shit other than the important. Like, bro, listen, it's a guy. He know how to fix air conditioners, and he probably can't tell you a lot about a lot of shit, but he can tell you about some air conditioners, and he is making bank worrying about them air conditioners. Hank Hill type guys. I sell propane and propane accessory. That's all the motherfucker know. That is enough. That his living situation is A-OK. Meanwhile, you'll have a motherfucker on 8th, motherfucker on 7th. Oh, he could tell you the names of all the pharaohs, bro. He could show you pictures of the hieroglyphics inside the fucking Tutankhamun pyramid, but he ain't got $5. Like, man, fuck all that shit.
Like, where you're from, like Harlem, man, like they're big on all that, man. It's like
that's so awesome.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
To me, it's poison. See, you focus on the past, you don't have a future. Why? You focus on the past. Don't have a future, bro. You worrying about all this other shit instead of worrying about you. It might sound selfish, but it's not. You gotta worry about you. You worried about fucking the emo tap and the unk and the Illuminati and the Michael Jackson scandal. You better worry about you, bro, because you can't eat none of that shit.
No,
You
you
can't
can't.
spend none of that shit.
You can't.
But the conventional thought is just like, you know what? We need to be depoliticized, you know?
It's
But like,
information.
what could I give a fuck about the Democrats or Republicans, you know? I need to get my bills paid.
For real, every other day it's a Democrat and a Republican arguing about some shit, and I gave the political system a chance. It's not that I didn't. That's why I say that. I speak from experience, and I'm saying every other day and every other year and every year after it and every year just like it, there's going to be a Democrat and there's going to be a Republican, and they're going to be arguing about some shit, and absolutely nothing will get done.
Exactly.
That's right.
Two wings, same bird.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it ain't like I didn't vote. No, I vote, bro. At the municipal level, at the state. I vote. Like, don't get it. Yeah, I do. I care. I'll do what I can. But I know that in doing what I could, nothing happened.
I think the last midterm election is going to be my last time I'm going to vote, like ever.
It's some real shit. And then motherfuckers. What I notice is that it's an information overload. The most concise way I could describe it is there's so much information out there that seems relevant to your day to day that it actually isn't. What's relevant to your day to day is what you make in a week or what you make in a month, what you make in a year, and where you live. That is what's relevant. Worry about the other stuff after that.
No, AJ didn't say he'd retire. He was being sarcastic because he was asked the question when Johnny Nelson said AJ should retire. He didn't say he was going to. He said it, but he also said, no, I'm not going to retire. That's my decision. He also said he wanted to fight Joyce Wilder.
Bro, Allen is a troll, bro. Like, I ignored him because he's only saying that shit so that the people in the panel will stop talking and worry about what he's saying.
Yeah.
That's a good way to that's a good way to live your life.
He's been literally, I saw him. He's been literally doing that since the live started. You know what you do to people like that online? You do what people do in real life. You ignore them.
Holy shit,
I
this
tell
man's
you
been
what,
on a
if
roll
nobody
too.
cared
He's been
about
trying his
AJ, he's
hardest.
trying a lot of mics pushed in his face today for someone who's not cared about.
You don't got, bro. You know why he's saying that, bro? Because it's the opposite, bro.
Exactly.
Literally everybody showed up to ask him about, like, AJ, what you ate for lunch today, bro? AJ,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? AJ, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, what kind of taco should I put in my shit? You know? Bro, like, I don't got time for the silliness of online people. That is a person that don't have nothing going on. Like, you being dumb, bro. You gonna see that the O2 Arena got a whole fuck ton of people in it. And what you gonna do after that is jump online and act like an idiot. Tell it nobody cares. All right, then who are these people that showed up, bro? What the fuck are they doing there then? What the fuck was all that media doing there for them? Do you see media gathering around Hank Lundy? No. Do you see media hanging around Adrian Broner even though he's always in the news? No. Nobody cares. You telling me all them people, all this press, all these media people gathered around because they don't care? All right, bro. I got you, bro. I got you, bro. You keep watching Frank Warren and Dennis McCann and all those guys. And Isaac Lowe.
Those janitors.
Keep watching Isaac Lowe fights. You'll be all right, bro. Yeah, bro. I got a question. I do have a question. How come if nobody cares about AJ, he's at the O2 and Joe is at the copper box?
Boom.
Why you going
Boom.
At the taco box, you said?
Mic drop.
Bro, and I'm not violent because I really like Joe. Joe's a good fighter, man. Like, I really think he's a good fighter. But that's the perfect example. You would have thought off of the internet, next fight gonna be at the O2, B. Next fight gonna be at Wembley, bro. Motherfucker, it is at the copper box.
Isn't that like the Hulu Theater?
Bro, that's literally what that shit is like. It's like the Hulu Theater.
Yeah, if it's like, what, 7,000?
7,500 versus the O2 that seats 20,000. Come on, be like, stop acting dumb, bro.
And motherfuckers be saying AJ ducking that smoke. Fuck out of here, bro.
Like, bro, like this shit childish, bro. Like this shit childish. I think Joe Joyce. I don't give a shit what you think about Joe Joyce, bro. I seen the footage, bro. I seen it. I seen AJ jab that man head off. I don't even go off for sparring sessions, but that's always what I imagine that fight would look like. AJ is faster than people realize.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty fast.
I know that shit.
I think he's gonna knock out Jermaine this weekend. What do y'all think?
Hell yeah, I think. Bro, I'm telling you.
that's not
I'm
too hard to
telling you.
Bro, I kind of didn't like that fight for Jermaine, bro, because I had some hope for him to be good, and they should have built him up more. So, but AJ's gonna knock him out, bro. But I feel like Eddie shouldn't just throw him in there like that, because I feel like he did have kind
I
of
think
future. He was
AJ.
good.
I think Eddie gonna use him, bro. Like even if I think Eddie gonna use him for like Fabio Wardley when the time comes. You know, for Dempsey McKean when the time comes. You know what I mean? Because you notice that Jermaine is now trying to get out of the Salita contract. You feel me? And he did an interview with October Red, and I think he said that like, yo, if Eddie offered me some shit, I take it. He could use that guy for some shit, man. He could use that.
I mean,
guy.
this is what I was saying. Is even though he lost to Dillian, he still put up a valiant effort and a good showing. And it's like Eddie should keep him around. That's
and
what I was
he's an
saying.
entertaining fighter. I seen him fight. What's this guy? Rydell Booker. That was a good little fight. It's on YouTube. Dimitri Salita YouTube. That was a good little fight, man.
And he was coming like at a 2-year layoff. He hadn't fought in like 2 years, right? Because I had never heard of him.
Hungry, bro. And you remember, he was a part-time boxer when he just quit his job.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
So doesn't David Benavidez suck?
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, Jules, do you think that Benavidez being as big as he is, he can exhaust Canelo with the clinch? Because Triple G exhausted the shit out of him with that clinch, bro, at the end of the rounds, and that's what Canelo wasn't able to do much.
Well, David doesn't use clinches strategically. I will say that his best weapon is his engine. I said that the other day, that David's best weapon in a Canelo fight is that he has a good engine. You know, he doesn't really get tired. He could keep that pace for the whole 12. But I also have to think, okay, this is different. It's not Caleb Plant hitting you, and these is not pity pat jabs. When Canelo hits you, it's going to be something on that punch, and it's a counter punch. You're not going to see it, so it's going to take something out of you. And I think Canelo could calm his ass down. I think. I don't know about knocking him out. I don't see that, but I think he can knock him down, and I think he can outpoint him. That's what I see.
You can't compare David to Triple G. Like, Triple G had good range control with his jab. It's not a comparison. It's not really a good comparison.
That's the other thing, that the pressure that Triple G put on Canelo was educated pressure off a judicious jab. Everything was off the jab. And Triple G, you know, he don't look like the slickest boxer, but a lot of guys...
He had perfect balance.
A lot of guys' jabs is indefensible. Like Tony Harris's jab, you could come over the top of his jab and hit him with some shit. Or Michaela Mayer's jab. Any jab that's stiff and tense, you could come over the top of that shit. The reason his jab was so good, it was like a trip hammer. Like, it just, And you can't really do nothing. Get out the way or cover. Get out the way or just, like, yo, this dude keep hitting me with this jab. Go watch that. That shit was Jab City in that first fight.
Yeah.
Jab City. Move. Before anything, move all day. Bad.
Yeah, won the first half off of the jab.
Everything, bro, was the jab. He didn't even throw. I was surprised that he didn't throw no body shots in that fight, but I figured, you know what? He probably didn't want to throw no body shots, even though Canelo was moving, because he'll get countered. So, because remember, he used to be a body puncher, man, ages ago. He used to go to the body. Yeah. He doesn't do that anymore.
He did that with Billy Joe. That was a...
No, Triple G.
Oh, Triple G. Oh, yeah.
He don't go to. Remember, he used to be a body puncher, man. He used to hook off to the body, and Canelo was moving so much. I'm like, yo, he not going to the body to take them legs away. But it's probably because Canelo counted the shit out his ass. I remember when Canelo hit him with that counter right, and he ate that shit. I was like, yo, what is this guy, B? He hit him.
I think he slightly rolled with. I think he slightly rolled with the shot too as well. Like he rolled with it, but just like he
hard in the motherfucker, bro.
Like he just took that shit and just kept on walking. Then like the look on Canelo's face was like, oh fuck.
Bro, he looked tired, bro. Like, oh shit.
Yeah. That's when you should have heard like Morgan Freeman, and that's why Canelo fucked up. And,
is it a hot take to say that I think Triple G looked terrible ever since he left Abel Sanchez?
No, I agree with you. I don't think Jonathan Banks was the right trainer for him. So Jonathan Banks is for cerebral fighters.
I don't think Jonathan Banks
technically is a cerebral
look how
fighter.
inactive Triple G is. Triple G in his prime was fighting 3 times a year. It's a different fighter now.
They changed quality for
He's about to
quantity,
retire. I
and
think he's
then
about to retire.
Look. Banks is good for Badu Jack. Banks is good for like breakers, fighters that want to box. He's good for those kind of fighters. Triple G is a bad intentions fighter, and Abel was good for that. Like he's basic. I know that Abel's not the greatest, but he was good for that. That if you want to rough the guy up and mess him up, he'll help you do that. You know, there's limitations to that, but if that's who you are as a fighter, you got the right guy in the corner.
Yeah, they were a perfect match. Plus, Triple G was too old to try to change his style at that point. Like, bro, you're almost 40. You're gonna try to change your style. Like, just tweak it.
He was trying to like move and punch, and I seen him in the Zaramata fight, the Polish guy that he fought. That was on the zone. It was just like, bro, finish this fucking guy. What are you doing, bro?
Yeah, he was playing with his food.
Oh, he was. He could have stopped him way earlier than that. Yeah, I remember that.
I didn't understand, and I'm like, what? Like, you working on some shit? What are you doing, bro? Like, you don't get paid by the hour, kill it.
I mean, but by that point, wasn't he inactive for a while, and he kind of needed to get rounds in?
Yeah, he was practicing.
Just looked weird though, man.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. So, I mean, but he was carrying that dude. He was carrying that dude for sure.
But then he was inactive again, though. So what the fuck was the point of that?
Yeah, no, but he sat out for a year after that, waiting for Murata.
Yeah,
That Steve Rose was to go after that or before.
Nah, Rose was before that. Rose was before that.
Rose was early 2019. Early 20. It was like right after the second Canelo fight. That was early 2019.
I think Steve Rose, right, was when he started with Jonathan Banks.
Yeah.
Steve Rose was the first
man.
fight
Like
with Banks.
in the chat section, the middleweight division just lost its way.
Yeah, man.
And it sucked.
They lost so much momentum after Canelo.
I tell you what, Pete, the renaissance of the middleweight division is approximately a year and a half to 2 years away. When Xander go up there, he gonna bring money to that bit. As long as he keep winning, I'll say. As long as he keep winning. That Puerto Rican kid, man, he's bad motherfucker.
Oh, he's bad, bro.
What, the last significant fight was Triple G versus Canelo at 160. Really significant.
It was.
Fight.
It was.
Because everybody poo-pooed all over. You know, Andre don't want to do this. Jermel don't want to do that. Munguia want to just not do shit ever at all. It's like, bruh, Chris want to worry about Conroy. Like, bro, like, what the fuck, bro?
What I could understand is like, so Munguia, he wants to take a Bivol fight, but not the Jamal fight.
Bro, that dude is an airhead. He is an airhead. Like, bro, like, what is wrong with y'all over? You turned down a Charlo fight for this? You could have won the Charlo fight, bro. You ain't beating this guy.
Do you think Oscar even has a plan from the guys that he got over there besides Ryan, though? Because I don't know.
Like, he got Bektemir Melakuziev over there, and I just don't know what the fuck gonna happen with him, bro. Like, man.
Well, we already saw Gabe knock him out, so it's not.
He got wrecked. I mean,
like, even for guys like Zapata, like what's it called? The shit that he said about him, where he was like, "Oh, you know, I wanna wait for the Stevenson fight to become bigger in the future." And I'm like,
bro,
really?
No, I remember he did say that. That was like a couple of months ago. I'm like, I don't know what's gonna happen with them guys, man. Like, I just don't know. Like, bro, what is happening, bro? What? Got back to bully. I don't even know who he fighting anymore. Like, who are these people, bro? Like,
what weight is he at now? 175 or 168?
I think his last one was super middle. I think I don't even know. I don't fucking know. Dude nose is so high. It's like that. Don't bet like
them great fights, man. Like at 160, and like, what do we got now?
Nothing, bro. We don't have shit, bro. We got an old Lara and an active Charlo, an irrelevant Yanni Beck, and
the last great fight was Canelo Triple G 2. That was the last great rivalry, last great fight.
It is not a great fight on the horizon at that weight. That's what's worse. That it mellowed out, and that happens. But it ain't even a fight I could think of at 160 with some 160s. That's like, what?
You know what fight we need is like flipping the two Kazakhs, man. Triple G versus
Yanni Beck already poo-pooed on that. Yeah.
You're talking that Spirit elder bullshit.
Oh, he's my hero, my inspiration. Oh my God.
Oh,
Oh,
shut the fuck up, bro. It's been so many Americans fighting Americans and Mexicans fighting Mexicans. You better fight that old bastard.
Oh, but when Canelo says it, everybody hates on him, and
yep,
everybody
exactly.
hates
Exactly. He
Canelo.
gets all this hate. Oh, y'all don't want to fight Floyd Mayweather.
He did a whole tweet. Oh, he's like my older man. If you don't shut that bullshit up, fuck out. You better fight that old motherfucker and let him pass you the pastelito or whatever y'all eat over there, bro. I don't know what they eat over there, bro.
You know what's funny about the whole Canelo Mexican thing? I heard people cry about it so much, and I'm like, okay, name me all the great Mexicans that he can fight at middleweight, super middleweight, and light heavyweight.
Bro, they was talking about one guy from Ecuador. That's
who's that?
One guy, and he's from Ecuador.
No, he's from Arizona, bro. You are an Ecuadorian from Arizona.
Bro, he's from
We're
Arizona.
pretending that you're Mexico. Now.
Bro,
Mexico. Come on.
You know what I'm saying? You know they wasn't talking about Zerto. They wasn't talking about Zerto. Zerto from Mexico.
Munguia?
They wasn't talking about Munguia. They was talking about the Ecuadorian kid from Arizona. That's what they was talking about.
Wait. Who? David's half Ecuadorian?
Yeah, bro. You ain't know that? His mom.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, bro, Jose Senior's a fucking dumbo, but his wife looks good.
For real, like he,
Then why did Mike Tyson call him the Mexican monster?
Because his father's half. Well, his father's Mexican from Mexico, but he Americanized though his father, bro.
So is he like? So doesn't that make him like a Mexican American Ecuadorian monster?
Bro, that dude.
Well, the Mexicans weren't really claiming him, like from what I was reading the other week.
Yeah, no, not at the beginning.
Listen, I'm just saying, Mexican fighters know other Mexican fighters. That is a fact. When I spoke to Emmanuel Navarrete, I asked him, what do you think about Benavidez? He said, I don't really watch him. I'm not exaggerating. Comedic value. He didn't say nothing bad, but that was a tell to like, damn, like,
wow.
Mexican fighters know Mexican fighters. They know each other. Cepeda know Navarrete, know Ray Vargas. They all know each other, bro.
Right.
He said, I don't know that guy like that. Maybe he know him now. I don't know. But when I talked to him a couple of weeks ago, he said, I don't know that. I don't really know that guy like that.
That's deep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like if I go to DR right now. If I go to DR right now, they ain't gonna call me Dominican. They're gonna say I'm American. That's what they're gonna say.
Yeah, same with me if I go to Jamaica.
¿Quieres un güero?
English white.
Eso es lo que van a güero.
Bro, but you can camouflage into whatever race you want, bro. Like, honestly, I can say you're white. I can say you're Latino.
Look, I'll put it to you this way. I'm not really Dominican. That's where my ship landed when I came to this planet. So I've been saying.
I thought you landed.
I should start calling Benavidez the 23andMe monster.
No, for real. Like, if I let my beard grow, I could be Middle Eastern. If I let my hair grow, I could look South American. Depending on how I shave, I could look Italian. If I dye my hair blonde and comb it to the side, I could look Russian. Do anything, bro. I could do anything.
Are you an undercover spy?
Yes.
Some undercover spy.
I'm not from this. Listen, on some real shit. I'm not from this galaxy. I'm from your neighbor. I'm from Andromeda. Came over here because the pussy was good. That's what I heard. On the ship. And it's all right. It's good out here.
Good one. Real talk.
Yo, real talk. Oh, that's some good. That's some funny ass shit. David
is as Mexican as Taco.
more like Taco Bueno.
Del Taco something.
Oh, that is disrespectful. Nah, look, he trying to be in tune with his joint. I'm not mad at him though. Like I get it. Like I'm not mad at. I understand. And look, he's Mexican. Like he is. It's half of what he is. So we just being assholes because we know that you're appropriating it basically. Like you're using it as an angle to sell. So I dig it, bro. Just do you. But I'm just saying that Not yet. You're not. No. Like well, Cotto. Remember, Cotto was born in Rhode Island, but the Puerto Rican. Yes, he was born in Rhode Island.
Wilfred Benitez was born in New York.
But the Puerto Rican, but they, however they did it to where the whole Puerto Rocks, they was fucking with him. Like, Cotto fight, Puerto Rico is out, bro. They, what I'm saying? They fuck with him. And David is not in that place, not yet, I would say, with our friends in Mexico. Not like you're not there yet. Like I don't know that you're ever gonna get there, to be real. If you do, then great, because that's a great fan base to have behind you. They'll carry you. But I'm just saying he's not there yet. Maybe he could get there, but he's not there yet. He not. You got a lot of guys in Arizona that are real excited about you, but
you sure?
And you know what he's gonna do now? Now he's fought Plant and beat him. That's gonna be like his apex. And if you don't get the Canelo fight, he's gonna go way down the pecking order to pick his next opponent.
Man, shit.
You know what I mean?
If they smart,
back to bum bashing.
If they smart, the next fight should be Andre or Morrell, and take care of Morrell now, because later it's only gonna get harder. That kid.
I think it should be like what's it called? If they can't get that, just get Charlo, bro. You could technically pretend like he's still valid.
Charlo ain't gonna fight.
Charlo needs a tune up. He needs a tune up.
I'm starting to wonder if
Charlo Caleb Plant.
I'm starting to wonder if he gonna come back in June, because, like I said, when we seen him at the Zepeda Prograis fight, he was drunk. Saw him this past weekend, he was drunk.
I mean,
why
need
the money though, bro?
Letting
Them
him
divorce elements are heavy, bro.
I mean, why don't they strip him? Like, he's not doing nothing.
No,
I don't understand. Like, what's the point of having him hold that belt?
I don't know. Well, you know what it is, bro. They probably paying them guys not to strip him.
Oh, I know. But I'm just saying. But at the same time, like, okay, they're paying him, but it's like he's not fighting. He's not doing anything relevant at all.
If they paying them, right, the sanctioning fees, they basically probably paying them the sanctioning fees they would have got if he was fighting, which is why they don't strip him.
Well, it's either that or to send hookers to Mauricio's house or something. I mean, shit.
I don't know. I feel bad for Adames though. Like, I don't know what he did. Like, did he like have sex with Mauricio Sulman's wife or something? Like, he's been going all like he ran down to the convention and everything, and they're like, you know what, bro? Nah, bro, we still not gonna give it to you. Here's J-Rock.
Vader look like he's finished, man.
And the PBC's fucking up his fucking over his own fighter, bro.
Beats, what you say?
Jose Zepeda looks like he's finished.
Really?
Oh, he looked bad?
He looked that bad?
He fought again?
This Saturday, bro.
He won a decision.
Yeah, he got a decision. I was like, I don't like that sign, but
I'm telling you, man, Regis to change him up. Yo, he fucked him up, bro. Regis fucked.
He really did.
I don't know. Because Jose, he'll have like a performance every once in a while like that. Like he let Castaneda go.
That's true though. He did look good with Hank London in between. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, he did.
Fight and the Vargas fight, he had the Lundy fight, and he looked like doodle with Lundy.
Yep. Bro. I'm not sure. I don't think he won that fight. I think Lundy. He got a gift. He got a gift. I think
yeah. I think he got a gift. So maybe I don't know.
So maybe we'll probably have to see him again. We'll probably see him again just to decide. We'll see.
I mean, it's fights there, bro. It's fights. Oh, it's all like I could still go for Jose Zepeda versus Richardson Hitchens. I would love that.
Why not? I like that too.
Or Jose Zepeda versus Stevie Sparks. Somebody going to the hospital. Somebody.
By the way, did anybody hear the shit that Jose Ramirez was talking about?
Yeah, I want to see Hitchens versus Sparks. That's a good fight.
It reaches the series. We can make the fight.
You know why he's saying that shit, bro? Because Regis about to get that Jack Casserole money. Jack Cataract said it the other day. Negotiations is going good. That's what. Remember, he was supposed to fight on this weekend's card, and he skipped that because Prograis.
Yep. And now you want to fight Regis after this. Now you want to fight.
I fucking bet you want to fight
Rolly,
motherfucker. Now Rolly about to fight Puello.
Oh, who's the guy that's talking?
I got a feeling Rolly's about to win that fight.
Bro, that shit's gonna go down.
I have a bad feeling, bro.
Dude, if Rolly wins, I'm gonna bust up laughing, man.
Bro, they really gonna give this motherfucker a
world champion, bro. World champion, bro.
It'll be by robbery. Either he lands a lucky punch and knocks out Puello, or it'll be by robbery. They're gonna give him that belt.
Get beaten up bad, man.
I hope. I
I
hope.
hope so. I'm not
I
gonna
hope
lie,
he the new
Jules.
Mario Barrios, bro. I hope he that.
Oh God, no.
If Cuello loses this fight, bro, I'm gonna laugh at you for a while. I hope you know
Yo, bro, like he better not.
They'll rob Quayo. They're gonna rob him.
That's
that.
true, Jay.
Yep.
I'm thinking like, yo, if
They'll
Rolly,
rob a Dominican for real.
Yep,
like,
they will.
how you think? I told Alexis. No, I told Drew. The only reason they hiring my countrymen is because they're cheaper than the Mexicans and the Puerto Ricans.
So hey,
Yep.
so you guys
Like,
actually think that they're like manufacturing Rolly to be like one of their new little stars?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
can buy
could
it.
see it.
I can see it.
Yeah.
What's the
I mean,
point of
nobody
putting
knows.
Actually, wait,
nobody
hold
knows who
on. No,
Puello
wait.
is. Nobody knows this man.
nobody.
Like,
He know, bro. Puello don't know who Puello is, bro.
I've never even seen Puello fight. That's how I know nobody knows him.
You asked him, yo, when was your last fight?
It was that Russian dude, right?
Yo, when I ask people,
one
when I
that
ask people
Mario
in the
threw out?
streets, yo, have you heard of Alberto Puello? I'm like, arroz con pollo, what? I don't know what you mean. Yeah, for real. I like. They think I'm talking about food.
Nah,
Yeah,
wait, yeah,
man.
he sounds like the chicken from Breaking Bad.
I shouldn't even say what I said, man. I want
El
to
pollo.
Arroz con pollo. Alberto Puello. WBA champion, yo.
So would that make Rolly a 2-weight champion because he won the lower tier?
Nope, never.
Nah,
he was
no,
never
it
a
doesn't.
legit
No,
champion
he's
at
gotta
35.
lose.
He had a
don't
baby
announce
belt.
those.
He had a Reggie belt. You never.
Yeah, that's what I'm
He
saying.
didn't have
Yeah,
Reggie, he had the
but
interim.
it counts in the PBC, don't it?
It does.
Yeah.
They do. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
That's
You're
how
right.
they market them.
Yep.
World champion.
Yeah. So
Rolly
Beats,
is
essentially, you're right. The PBC that would make him a 2-weight world champion
The
by
two
PBC terms.
division champion, yo.
You know what? I'm not gonna disrespect PBC no more because I saw the Zone do that for Ryan Garcia's fight. They said Javi Fortuna, 2-weight world champion. I was like, what the fuck?
Bro.
I mishear something?
Yo, if I hear Brian Custer say Rolly Romero, 2-weight world champ, I might have to shave my head.
Bro, I might have to turn TV off, man. Maybe I'll just watch MMA that night.
I might have to get his phone number, call his ass, be like, motherfucker, y'all need to stop lying.
I'll just watch Alexa Grasso after that, bro. Like, all right, fuck it, bro. I'll watch some UFC.
They call Tank a 3-division champion all the fucking time. They can't say it enough. Like,
and look, they upped the price, bro. It's 84, bro.
I'm not buying that shit.
Yo, you know what's funny, Jules?
I ain't gonna bullshit.
I mean, well, it depends on the undercard. If they stack it nice, I'll dish shit out.
I ain't gonna front like I'm gonna buy it, but it's like what that tell me between Stefan Espinoza moaning on Twitter that ESPN is not giving his fight more coverage, and them upping that price, they under pressure, man. They under pressure. On that note, gentlemen, I'm gonna go to sleep. See y'all on the next one.
Night, y'all.
Peace out, guys.
Have a
Good
good
night,
night,
guys.
fellas. All right, Jules. Have a good night, brother. Thanks for having me
All
on.
right, country. I'll catch you on the next one. Yo, who fighting this weekend?
Joshua.
Joshua.
I'm definitely going live for that.
Yeah.
Like later at night, is there any fights at